Hey, Mo. Hello? Hey, Mo.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, it's not the mic, yo. It's all in my head. Thank you so much for clearing that up, Zodi. By the way, it's Sammy here, and I'm ready to rap.
Drake the linens that's killing the game. I'm a veteran when it comes to dripping. You lanes don't stand a chance. I'm off top, one of the best you'll ever see. That's why your girl is.
Okay, welcome to another episode of Last Call Live. It's myself, Nick McQuick, Cassius Morris, and Kent Tilley.
What's up?
Hey, how you guys?
Nailed.
Yeah, see, fucking didn't flub up this time, gentlemen. So this
Killed
is
it.
this is what happens when I get an actual full night's rest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a marvelous sight, man. This is the most fresh I've seen you. You're bright. You're ready to go.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go, man.
I might not be so retarded on this. Oh, demonetized.
For how
Canceled.
for like having like you being your own boss, you're fucking hard as shit on yourself, man.
Yeah. That's
People
the
think it's
point.
easy.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
know?
point.
Yeah.
It's fucking, dude, I listen to Ray Lewis motivational speeches as I'm sleeping so that way I'm like, wake up and I'm like fucking brick walls. I'll go through 'em.
Subconsciously, it's soaking in overnight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we need.
And with Alex Jones faintly in the background. Be like,
I just don't want you to wake up and invade Poland or something, man. They'll get too invaded.
No doubt. Hour 2 of the show, we will be taking live calls again. We figured it all out. And we'll post the number up for you guys to call in. We don't have a question yet, but as the episode goes on, we will definitely have that for the fellas.
So sort of the topic that we got is that people are distrusting the media.
Yeah.
And I know both you have been around in comedy for a while, like despite the fact that you're like very young, you started super early.
In the womb, I started.
Do you remember when the View magazine article came out?
It's like,
I don't-
like Oprah and fucking
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne.
Well,
What the fuck?
No, they interviewed all the bunch of comedians down at the Underdog
Okay.
about the comedy. Okay, you remember?
Now, what
And-
was this?
Okay, well, like what happened was they said like at this one comedy thing you won't find the misogyny and sexist that you will at comedy clubs. And,
Ugh.
like it started creating like a rift and everything. And I remember they were going around and they're like, "Do you have a comment?" And I'm like, "Why would I have a comment? Like I don't want to say anything."
Right. You don't want to drag yourself into that.
I'm like immediately, and this is years ago. I'm like, I'm not gonna trust you with the words that I say in my name. Like I've always had a healthy distrust of the media.
You were ahead of the curve, man.
Oh yeah, paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to me on the media, so it doesn't matter.
And over for the financial report.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Double K, for the tip, man. Shout out.
Oh, hey.
Shout out Double K.
Yeah.
K2.
who is a journalist.
Yeah,
kind of.
with Rebel News, actually.
Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
Yeah, we had him on the stream, and yeah, it was quite interesting, his take on the whole. He was down in Coots.
Does this mean we're funded by the right wing now?
Listen, brother, I've been right wing since right wing was right wing. You understand me?
Oh, I don't like. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to be an alternate
This
to
is our
that right.
cancellation party. This is tonight. So.
I'm gonna have to be an alternate choice to the right. I don't know what to call it. Maybe.
Yeah, man. Kate, you've been in the game now for a minute. What's the this change in cancel culture? It didn't quite exist as heavy as it does today. Do you find like it affects some comics prior to going on stage? Do you find, and it kind of, I don't know, suppresses the comedy that could be actually within rather than them just letting it out?
Well, I mean, not so much. I mean, anything that offends people now was going to offend the same people before.
Yeah.
It's just that the people now have, I think the college shows, like those ones that are like super woke,
Yeah.
those ones are, you like can't get away with anything. But we're also in Alberta.
Censored here is dirty in other places.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally speaking, comedians are liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, in Alberta, going like far or controversial on the right as a comedian is less intense than what they want.
It's a damn good
Like
point.
they're like, that's
Yeah.
not racist enough.
I want a refund if it's.
And so
5 slurs or your money back.
Edmonton is a different zone than, you know, say Vancouver. I know if people would be like, you couldn't say that in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You can't. Or, you know, Toronto's kind of the same depending
Yeah.
on the room. So we're in our own insulated bubble that has always been our own insulated bubble of Alberta that is just a different environment. And so for comedy, it's easy here, especially the road. You're like, I'm going to go on the road, you know, you could say anything you want and nobody's ever going to even bat an eye. Like it's not a big deal. So I don't think it's changed that much here, but you know, in the States or in like really liberal cities, yes, you probably have changed sort of
Anything Hollywood.
pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because we get
That's-
the aftermath of that. Like it trickles down here, maybe slower than other places.
Exactly,
But I know what you're saying. It doesn't affect us maybe as much because we're sort of insulated from
Yeah,
in our
I
own
mean, we're
bullshit.
still rednecks at heart, right? So it's like we're
Yeet, yeet.
me especially. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
the biggest redneck
Oh,
in this
yeah.
room right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Let's be true.
and
You know.
that's
2 shades of red.
exactly what
Yeah.
I would have said. Who is the biggest redneck in this room? Guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
That
Exactly.
goes without saying.
If the audience was to guess which one of us was playing with a basketball before we started, I bet they would guess wrong.
Exactly. Quick, obviously.
Yeah. You went and got that
That
fade
layup.
from Bubba Ray down in Westlock before
They
you came.
opened a special barber just for me. It's like underground. It's secret. Can't have this out, man.
Yep. Can't let that go.
Tell that Dominican fella I'll do him up right now.
The barbers always love to ask where I'm from, and I always love to be like, "Oh, the West End," like just to piss them off. Like
Jasper
they're like, "You know
Place.
exactly what I mean, you son of a bitch." I'm gonna make it hard for them
Yeah.
to give their subtle racism. I'll make it challenging for them.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do you consider yourself a journalist?
No, I
You-
think that would be insulting to real journalists. I mean, let's be real, man. No, I'm just a guy who talks into a mic, dude, and
But,
asks
like,
questions.
You've interviewed a lot of big names, like Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
all the
pretty
hot
awesome.
artists right now, you know,
Did she call you?
maybe, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta turn the stream off after that one, dude. That was a stream-ending joke right there.
But with that, have you ever like edited something in a podcast to make a person look a certain way or like anything like that?
No, man, it's got to be authentic. I mean, I don't do that, but listen, I think that's why people like podcasts more than mainstream news. Like, that's probably why people would watch something like this before they're watching CNN now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, that's I think what separates us because there's always seems to be an agenda with these news shows. Like they're trying to influence
yeah.
your view. You know what I mean? And this is sort of how you break free from that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can stay that way, though. I mean, like with all the big business coming in podcasts and the way they're coming down on Joe Rogan, who knows? Maybe podcasts will be censored next.
Well, what do you think of the Joe Rogan thing? Because there's like comedians that I know that are against him, which that's always weird to me when comedians are calling to cancel another comedian. Do you think that's jealousy, or do you think they're actually like drinking the Kool-Aid?
What do you guys think? I think it's both. Maybe a mixture of both.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a hard one. I mean,
Okay, well, I'm happy to.
I mean, when you're Joe Rogan's level, you are now media regardless,
Right.
right? So, and if you have a big enough following, no matter what you say, a certain percentage of those people are going to believe you.
Yeah.
So, that's, I guess, the problem with Rogan. However, the good thing is that he does interview every single type of person on every viewpoint.
Yeah.
So, which is fair, which is what everybody notices now that the news doesn't do. It's not like CNN is like, let's hear what this right-wing politician has to say about this. Like,
Joey Diaz is never on CNN.
It's just all their coworkers and mustaches just lined up to do interviews with
exactly.
other anchors.
It's sad. I mean, I think in the world today, I wish that the media was like it used to be, where it was like not, a political agenda, which is the problem, right? Like, they're owned by one side.
Yeah.
And so, and you can obviously see it. Well, Fox is owned by the right, CNN's owned by the left. They're not like sharing information. They're not, every story is covered differently. You're like, okay, well, what do I believe? I don't believe either of them. And where am I going to go? And if we don't have real news,
Joe Rogan. The answer.
That's also a problem too, because somebody has to check the news. They used to check.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. And they used to hold people accountable if they were wrong.
Right, but they don't anymore, right? Unless they, interview Donald Trump where he says he's going to grab him by the pussy. Well, all of a sudden you're fired. Like, what are you supposed to?
Was that Billy Bush got fired for like talking to him?
I know, right? Like,
two people are in that. One's just laughing politely. The other one's talking about sexually assaulting women. One gets to be the president. The other gets fired.
Yes, right? You're like, that's wonderful. That's great how that works. Like, look at this piece of shit laughing at this guy he's supposed to be nice to.
Somehow,
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're supposed to interview this guy. Get on his good side. Politely laugh. You're fired.
Well, what wouldn't you do, right? Like, you would laugh. You'd be like,
of course, you got to save your job.
You'd be like, you're not going to be like, that's wrong and I'm offended, because then you've lost your job earlier.
Right.
Exactly. You probably lose your job for losing the story. Like, you go back and say, hey, we lost Donald Trump. I mean, there was no way he was going to keep his job.
Yeah, you would have to like crawl on your hands and knees and probably get picked up by the pussy to get your job back.
Isn't that criteria anyway, though? Let's be real. Like, big companies like that, I mean, we know the shady business. Didn't they build like locks on the doors that you can use with a button? That's what I heard.
Yeah, like he had who is that?
I have an office like that.
Strictly for pussy grabbing.
Yeah, exactly. PG's only.
Come in.
What's the grip style? Because I imagine grabbing somebody by the pussy is you put like your fingers in it and then you grab. Like lift it up like you're half in a purse.
I don't think the bitch is a bowling ball.
Well, I'm not doing 2 finger. Like I'm not doing like 10-pin toss.
I think he just means like a good poem, like a cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a grab. That's a grab.
Like you're pushing a queef up in it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. We're going to talk about journalism. Here's my queef joke.
This is why I don't consider myself a journalist. This is exactly why.
Yeah, you get canceled.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, it's safer not to be.
Yeah. God. But like there was.
I went to pussy grabbing fast, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it always
Once we get to pussy grabbing, it escalates quick.
5 minutes in.
Well, every great president is remembered for something.
That's it. We all leave our legacy in life.
Andrew Jackson is well known for his giant wheel of cheese and the Trail of Tears, but mainly the cheese.
Mainly the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like every president needs a good sex scandal though, because Billy Clinton, you know, when he was playing like the saxophone on Arsenio Hall's show, and you're like, damn, this guy's he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And all of the cool ones all have sexual scandals or some sort of you know.
What do you think Trudeau's is? I guarantee he didn't get invited to Epstein Island.
I don't know.
Trudeau
Doesn't have the
already
cool
has
factor.
one because he was like, he was caught sort of
At that
fooling
high school.
around with Yeah, like the 17-year-old.
Don't point at me. I mean,
Well, you're in the media.
yeah. This
What,
is
were you
true.
just sitting beside him, chuckling politely
Yeah.
as he's doing this?
I needed that interview, bro. So I didn't lose my job.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like maybe when he was in Whistler, it was like, oh, he was grabbing like 17-year-olds' asses or something. I think
playing 17-year-olds like a
Yeah.
flute in Whistler.
There's like it hasn't been confirmed or nothing yet, but there was something with the one school that he was a drama teacher at, and there was like,
Oh, some school drama.
yeah, little bit that resulted in somebody getting paid a hefty amount to keep their mouth shut,
Right.
and him losing his job. So
If you got molested by our prime minister, what would your payout be?
They should have like a commercial at this point just for
Payout.
all the people he's just done something to. Call this number. There's a list of things you qualify for. Like,
yeah. Did you take the Moderna vaccine? You may be entitled to a payout.
Oh shit! You talked about vaccines work. Go get them. We're supporting them. YouTube, let us keep doing
course.
this. Their work. They're
was
real.
like-
They're science.
whatever pays me is what I support.
Yeah.
That's my stance on everything.
You learned how to sell out early.
Yeah, man.
No.
Get them started young, man.
Yeah, but like if Justin Trudeau diddled your butthole, you just put like a pinky finger in there. What's your price tag to keep that quiet?
Listen, man, we need like royalties with it though. Like we need like a couple million and then like tax dollars type shit. Like
Couple
we
million
gotta keep
for a
it- yeah.
pinky in the butt.
we gotta keep. The OnlyFans price is starting high, bro. At
I'll
least
do
we're
it
in the millions.
I'll do it for $200.
Yeah, what's up with your asshole? You got that thing
I
caked
mean,
in
I don't know
gold?
what you're talking
I think
about.
Trudeau's calling. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trudeau's
check the
calling
line.
it, yeah.
He's tuned in.
Yeah. He's got $200.
Holy
Next
shit.
stimulus.
Oh man, I think like if he was already retired from his job or like fired or whatever happens when you lose an election, I would definitely take a payout. But if he was an active prime minister, I'm like, no, I have the hottest 5 minutes in comedy right now. I'm gonna fucking tour the country.
Come to my
Oh.
open mic.
Yeah, talking about getting diddled.
Yeah. The Nirvana kid again. Yeah. Every time that, oh, it's the 20th anniversary of Nirvana.
I'd go to
Never mind.
rallies and be like, you think that he's ruined your life? Well, he was
Oh,
inside of me.
yeah. You get to play that guy for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
like the
that
one-up
would
guy on
suck.
stage.
Making
just-
documentaries, just going nuts.
Just forever be known as the guy with the touched man.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll be the marked one. You'll
Yeah.
be the next guy.
You're a made man.
Yeah,
Welcome
you're
to the
made-
family.
That's the Canada Mafia. It's the initiation.
Getting diddled.
You know, a little ginger does the body good.
How many times have you used that? Let's be real.
Oh, I don't know.
Too many.
Twice, and my wife got upset that I said it a second time, so
Oh.
never again.
Never again.
Yeah. Is there like a media source that you would trust?
Infowars.
Of course.
Last week tonight,
Yeah, John Oliver?
like his show, I think it's important.
Yeah. I think he holds up a lot of like weird issues. There's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have thought of. And the great thing too is like he always like brings up books and stuff. So I always like to kind of read a book because it gives you a lot more whole idea.
Bill Mayer is actually doing a phenomenal job lately. I don't know why, but I really like lean towards him when it comes to like a late night show host. He's like, I don't know, he just brings up some good points. I may not agree with all of them, but
Right.
I definitely.
Of course you don't. Look at you.
Yeah, that liberal cock.
Yeah, exactly. Got to keep up images here. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah. I can't bend the knee to that fucking queer.
But
Exactly.
that is something I've talked about for a few years, was like the late night guys doing those types of things. Like, I mean, Jon Stewart kind of started it.
Oh, yeah.
And it becomes like, well researched and funny. And so they're getting across some really good points about what's happening and actually talking to people on both sides. I mean, it's always left leaning.
Yep.
Which is, like I said earlier, is because comedians generally are left-leaning, but they're still at least bringing, and the truth be told, I mean, from my perspective anyway, is, the right and corporate greed is what has ruined the media. So, I mean, when you have big money that owns the story, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
And
That's a
so,
fact.
Well, it's weird to me that like late night comedians aping news, like mocking and doing news, like the old Saturday Night Live and everything, has become a more reputable news source, more heavily researched than actual news, and more produced. And I think the reason is comedians work so hard to get 5 minutes on stage. As soon as they get like a job like that, they're gonna work incredibly hard to keep it, whereas journalists are just kind of like they get it and they get in and they're like, I'm here until I get fired.
Quickly, shout out to Tobias. I don't know his YouTube handle, but he in a tip says, "My mask protects you. Your mask protects me." LOL.
Yeah.
Let's get that monetization score up, our YouTube score.
Yeah.
Soon we're just going to be wearing condoms on our heads.
Yeah, no shit.
Just walking around.
We're also in a new era, too, with the internet existing, that anybody has the opportunity to have a voice and do things in a different way. It's like totally changed the game, where that getting the NBC deal or getting on Johnny Carson could boost your career, where, a lot of...
Johnny Carson, what are you, me?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to relate to you guys.
the old You're like, I know things.
Yeah. Where
common ground,
now, like, you see comedians going on other people's podcasts, like Logan Paul's Impulsive. Like, you would never see that back in the day of like. It's almost like going on a tween show with a comedian for a comedian.
Jamie Foxx just did the Full Send.
Yeah.
It's like you would have never seen that a couple years ago. So
no, not at all. That's crazy.
Rogan almost got a presidential debate, didn't he? Like Trump and Biden, I think.
Yeah,
Trump said yes, I
Or was it Sanders and Trump or something? It was going to be some sort of debate on his show.
So,
on Impulsive?
No, on Rogan.
That would be a nightmare.
That would be
God. I couldn't imagine.
Going, probably.
Well, those guys hold so much media power now that you look at like Tim Dillon's career from going on JRE a bunch of times. He's been on there like 10 times, and his career has just went fucking kaboom, man.
Yeah.
So it's like it's changed the game. He is literally like the new the new Late Show guy. That if you get on there,
sure, and even more so than what Carson did for old comedians. Like he's driving full careers of so many people.
100%.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
crazy, right? Yeah.
Journalists, all that.
But then everybody goes like, oh, we need to cancel him. He did misinformation or something, which, by the way, if you guys are getting information from this podcast, stop.
Well, that's where his problem comes in, and it's like anything that gets too big, right? He's too big. Like if it was just like, now all of a sudden it's like, well, he's his own gigantic brand, where it's like, I don't know, it's hard to say, but Facebook is like, okay, well, all of a sudden Facebook gets so big it has to be the police, or Rogan has to be the police, where he's just interviewing somebody that says they're an expert in this thing. But is he supposed to know enough to be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? Like,
stop it right there. Like,
how can Rogan know that much about everything? He's just taking different viewpoints from people that say they know stuff, and why exactly is everything that we're being told 100% the truth when vaccines, yes, I believe in them, and they've worked over time.
Thank you. We need to say that on YouTube.
All of this stuff. But that doesn't mean that there isn't an agenda with the drug companies. So there's sort of a double side to every story, and you have to ask the other questions instead of just letting everything go.
Yeah.
And at least he does that.
Yeah.
So why would you cancel somebody that's doing that?
So, like, do you consider, because, like, there's a big distrust in the media, but do you consider, like, podcasts like Rogan or stuff like that, like, that's a new media? Like, is that a separate thing? Like, do people still... Because the one thing I will say about Joe Rogan is he apologizes and admits when he's wrong and constantly goes, hey, Jamie, can you double check that? I might be wrong. Like, he's always willing to be wrong, where it seems like with media there isn't that. So, like, what do you think the difference is? Is it just the accountability, or is it the size of Rogan?
Dick jokes. That's
Dick
probably
jokes,
the biggest difference.
That makes sense.
No, I mean, honestly, I think there needs to be new categories that we come up with for guys like Tim Dillon, like you're saying, guys like Rogan. It is mainstream media, like Logan Paul has probably 10 times the viewers of CNN, but we're gonna have to find different ways to classify it, and maybe
Yeah.
to keep them accountable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's why CNN needs to start covering the hype house.
That's it. Exactly. That's what they're missing.
Get those views back up.
Come on.
Johnny Carson to Hype House, while you're just jumping 70 years in your references.
I'm a fucking cultured man. What can I
This is
say?
Pop culture, man. Come on now.
Oh. But like it's a weird thing because I worry about that because like Rogan was so successful for so long and everything, and like I don't know if you guys know, I have a podcast with like we got one, and you guys should come by one of these days. It'll be fun. And like I'm worried like if it grows really big, like
You won't be able to say anything.
yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't know a lot of things. I get a piece of paper from the government that says I'm an expert in basically trucks. That's it.
That's more than I have certification for. So you're definitely ahead of the curve there.
Yeah, I'm an expert in one thing. Other than that, I'm just guessing.
Yeah. I don't know if this podcast gets to the point where me and you should be worried. I think we should all be fucking worried.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
drink bleach.
Putin missed his opportunity to push the button. That's the real. That's real deal news.
Do you guys think there's anything that a comic should be canceled for?
I
Like,
mean,
how
like,
far does it go?
here's the thing that I say, because there's a comic, I can't remember his name, otherwise I would name drop him. But all of these comedians in Vancouver said that he came out and like sexually assaulted a woman. And I was like, cool, call the cops. But they went and just were sharing this story everywhere. And I'm like, why is nobody calling the police if he's a criminal? So like I reached out and was like, hey, this is the number you call if this happens. And it's like, no, I just want to ruin his career for it. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Like, what the hell is happening with people when that, like, if he did something, which it's speculative that he did now because she's obviously not going to the cops. Instead, she's just ruined his career. And I haven't seen him around in a long time. I don't know if he's retired. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Well, I know the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I can't remember. It's like Garrett or Gyron or something like that. Weird thing, but
I don't know anything. I'm just a guy sitting here. I don't know anything about this story. RCMP.
Like, I think like comics should be canceled for stuff like that. Like if he raped a chick or something. But also I'm like, there is so much stuff like that. If that's true, why is nobody going to jail?
So anything that's like we could all agree is pretty serious. But not word crimes, right? I think we can all agree. Like comics
yeah,
should
you
be
should-
canceled
yeah.
for saying
That was
things.
going to be my question.
Yeah.
Was like, are you talking on or off stage?
Off stage. 'Cause
Off stage.
I think anything on stage for me, you tell me. I think it's anything goes.
Yeah, I've said all of the bad words on the stage.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Drop them all.
if people aren't laughing, then
You stop
you
doing
get
it.
canceled anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
not
That's the only
like-
cancellation they need.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all up to the audience. So you can talk about anything if you word it correctly. And I love controversial topics and comedians. I mean, the guys that do it right, or girls, well,
Or
then
the other
that's
ones.
amazing. But, you know, that's what one of the problems that new comedians fall into is they come on stage and they're like, I'm going to, you know, say these amazing jokes about whatever, you know, trans people. And then it's like, no. Like,
You saying Dave
because
Chappelle's
it's
new?
poorly written, you know. Yeah. It's poorly written. It's just like swearing too much, whatever, just saying whatever
Yeah.
the hell they want. But if you write a good joke about any subject, it's fair game, I think.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, like
comedians are the only people allowed to kind of still talk about everything.
yeah, and
So
like we
we
should be
should.
able to. Yeah.
I agree.
It seems
There-
like comics who came out before cancel culture, who were already famous, are the only ones that people let get away with it. Like, you know,
Mhm.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. I mean, do you think new
Louis
comics will
CK.
do it? Yeah, exactly. Right.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, cancel Rogan for the N-word. I'm like, dude, Louis C.K. says that every day.
Yeah, that's-
All of the time. And we're
morning
just
routine.
cool with it.
Yeah, but he masturbates on chicks too, like.
yeah.
just to
Which
get
is that like,
for stage?
is
Isn't
that
that his
a crime?
closer?
Oh, I don't think that was like. I think. I mean, I
Because
don't
I
know.
masturbated
don't-
on chicks for money, like in porn.
Right,
like
and
a
I mean,
bukkake.
that's what I.
Well, if it's
you
on
know,
camera,
you
it's
talk
okay.
to me about. You bring this up every time I see you, and I'm like, can I see this?
Yeah.
Where is this?
Okay, here we go.
Hold on a second.
Not on me.
There's a
I mean,
couple.
I like it too
It's
much.
gonna be a
See it up
gif online
close.
somewhere. I'm gonna be caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, get
bro.
ready
Chill.
for great skin. You're gonna have glowing skin like you're 10 years younger.
I don't know, man. I've seen your diet lately, and it hasn't
Yeah.
been too good.
That's true. There's a lot of meat and gravel.
Yeah.
No porn coming up then.
Yeah.
It's basically Big Mac sauce at this point.
In a new fetish category if you join back
Yeah.
in pretty
Yeah.
soon here.
Ronald McDonald and his Big Mac sauce. Check me out on Pornhub.
Someone write this down. No.
Yeah. I think like what you were asking with like, is there young comics doing it? There definitely is. They're just, I don't know, they're in different pockets. They cater to different audiences, and they're not doing the TikTok and all that shit. So maybe you don't see them like the guys with Legion of Skanks. They've been doing it for ever since they've all kind of made that group, and then there's always new guys that are coming in and out in their circle, and you know there's fresh new faces in there. Like what's that? Colum Tyrell, I think his name is, the
Oh,
Irish guy.
Call him something, yeah.
Yeah,
Call him-
he's a younger new face that kind of got
Yeah.
brought into their little fucking, I guess, Legion of Skanks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The
But,
guys who will
yeah.
be like the next Pete Davidsons of the world, you know what I mean? Like maybe
Yeah.
those down and dirty New York guys, because like clubs like the Comedy Cellar, from what I understand, they're still alive and well, like you're saying. And then you also
Yeah.
still get the guys like Seinfeld. They'll drop
Yeah.
in and just sort of run their act for an hour. And
Yeah.
they do dirty stuff. So
Yeah,
I think it still exists.
Yeah, and it should.
100% it should.
It's just now the problem I'm getting is like there are a bunch of new comics starting that like somebody will go up, some like I don't know, like older comic, and they'll say something, and the comics, like the newer comics, will talk to the older one and be like, "You shouldn't say that. We're not allowed to say that anymore."
Wow.
And it's like, hey man, this person's a journeyman. This is your first day on the job. Why are you telling him how to use the tools?
Is this in the
Right.
local scene or like
This
are
is
you
in the
talking
local scene.
Damn.
Yeah, there was
How do they take that?
There was, oh man, you were driving and remember the roads, and you were talking to a comic. I don't know if we should name any names.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I said gay.
Yeah, he said that the roads
Oh,
were
wow,
gay.
really?
He's like, oh, because they're slippery, and like there was a lot of cars in the ditch. He's like, the
Mhm.
roads are gay, and they're like, oh, and it's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Right.
it was like, first off, it was like our show, The Danger Room down in Calgary, which is like me and Walker do it, and that is our show where you can say whatever, and it's not filmed. We're not putting it out there.
Oh,
We'll
there you
film
go.
our own shit, and
It's a
Mhm.
safe
Yeah.
place for dangerous
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
I expected a calm
Right.
environment at the Danger Room. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I want my money
Right.
back. What is this?
so it
Somebody
was
said gay.
immediately like, don't start that shit. It ain't gonna
Exactly.
fly here.
Come on.
So
And guys, if that sounds like fun, you can head on over to dangershop.com and you can buy tickets for any upcoming danger rooms,
Well,
including.
secondly, it is dangercatsshop.com.
Even with the thing, dangercatsshop.com. We're selling tickets for Cream of the Crop tomorrow, which is the Royal Rumble of Comedy. One lucky comedian will be walking away with $250 at the station on Jasper. Get your tickets there. If you want a 10% off coupon code,
I haven't updated
it's not updated
it
yet.
yet. But
You should update your notes. Is what you should update.
You wrote that
I wrote this
Okay,
right
there you
before,
go.
and then I forgot to throw the code. But you can use the code podcast69 is
There
what
you
you can.
Boom. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You had no way to win there, Nick.
Yeah.
That was
Ah,
brutal, man. I
That's
feel for
okay.
you.
I get smashed across the rocks and come back every time.
Comes back every time. You're a resilient guy. This
Yeah.
dude, you've had more crazy things happen to you than I think anyone I've met.
I remember after I went to that cockfight downtown, you were the first person I talked to, and I'm like, I was just at a cockfight, and you're like, what? And I'm like, I'm gonna talk about it on stage.
I love that. I was wow. See, this guy's nuts, man. I don't even want to know like the stuff we don't know. I don't even want to know it because
Oh yeah.
God,
There's
I
a
mean, if
lot
the
of that
public
stuff.
stories are porn and cockfights, the behind the scenes is going to be terrifying.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
would be scared. of it.
Nightmarish.
Whatever Nick's hiding in his closet is creepy as fuck.
It is.
Have you encountered any young comedians try to, basically police words, or you try to,
To me,
try to tell you how you should be doing your job, even though you've been a comedian for how many years? You've been doing comedy?
12, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Really? I thought
shit
you
in
were
the
doing-
bed.
You've been doing it longer
for-
than that.
No, I don't know. Two, 2009. This year will be 13.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That follows.
No. No, I mean, I'm not that dirty on stage, right?
Yeah.
And I know which words, like, you're not allowed to say anymore. So, like, if I mean, there's only one word I'm sad that we lost. Starts with an F. I like calling my friends it when they do stupid shit.
Yep.
It was because I think it's funny just to say it to your friends and be like, you're fucking loser, right? Like,
Oh, that's a
but-
fucking.
I
Definitely
get,
losing our monetization now. You said loser.
I know. But I get, no, never really. Like, they're just like, I don't like you. You know, get the fuck out of here. Why are you wasting our stage? I did have one comedian. Okay, I'll tell you. this story.
Roll it out, roll it out.
Yes,
Got it
here
out
we
of
go.
New guy in Calgary that, you know, was up and coming, like 7 years after I had started, and I was talking to him, and he was supposed to middle. Well, he thought he was supposed to middle, but I don't middle, or I don't host at the comic strip, because, like, if you can tell by my energy, I'm the shittiest fucking host in the world. Right?
I thought you did audience warm up. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can get by, but it's like not. I don't want to do it. I don't do comedy for a living, so I'm not there because I want to be practicing the craft and whatever. I
feel
do
like
it because I love it, and I'm a good middle, and it's fun for me. So, you know, when I get booked for the weekend, I'm friends with the manager. He knows I'm in the middle. And so I had to switch spots with this new up-and-coming guy that thought he was middling and a big shot and was, like, bigger time than me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to him before the show, and I was like, yeah, I don't really do it for a living. I do it for fun. And he's like, well, you need to stop doing it because you're taking stage time from people that are actually, like, trying to make a go of this. And I'm like,
Oh
get the fuck out of here, buddy. Like, if they're going to pay me $50 a show to come out and do this, and I'm going to do it, then I, like, get out of here.
Messing up
Like,
the whole market.
Plus, I mean, I bring people to the comic strip all the time. It's not like they're going to be like, we're not hiring you because you
Right.
brought 75 people a weekend to shows or whatever.
Well, and
right?
Yeah.
So-
And you're super funny, man.
well, I mean, I still get laughs. I mean, it's still
Yeah.
like the material's 12 years old. I haven't changed it.
This is true.
True comedian.
The best
Yeah.
joke I ever wrote was the first one.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
Was that the
right?
shower one or the friends watching movies
No,
one?
that was Home Depot.
Oh, the
Oh,
Home
okay,
Depot.
yeah.
I don't know. I like your friends watching movies one. That's my favorite.
Well, that was the first one. Those were the first two. Like the first three I had was the Friends, the Answering Machine, and then Home
Oh,
Depot.
God
That was
damn.
my first 5 minutes, and I could still use it, and it would still work like better than every fucking every piece of shit I've written since.
I think I know both of you guys' acts pretty much verbatim from working at the club because like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
hear it night in, night out, just 24/7.
yeah.
But
You had great eyes on every comedian in
dude,
town. You
it
knew
was
me
nuts.
before I was funny. You knew me before I knew what the hell I was doing on stage.
I thought you were funny, man. This guy, he would come up though and he'd talk about the craziest stories consistently.
Yeah.
But no, man, that was those were strange times hearing you guys echoing through that
Right.
through that club.
Well, the one thing I remember, the first show I ever did, the headliner was Rose Uchuk, and you were on the show doing a 5-minute spot. And there's a
Oh.
couple comics. Ben Prue was one of them, and the other one doesn't do comedy anymore. And they wouldn't talk to me because I was new.
Right.
And they told me, like, oh, yeah, once you've been around for a few months, I'll bother learning your name. And I was like, what the hell? And then Ken, he walked up and he said, I don't know if you saw that I was nervous or something, but he just said, like, hey, if you get a laugh, that's all that matters. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's always just sort of stuck with me as like, hey, I should be nice to the new guys.
Well, I mean, that's what
lifeline.
always bothers me when you work with like famous headliners and they come in and they're douchebags and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, I don't have the time of day for you, and you're like, you were me once. Like,
Yeah.
why exactly? I just don't understand treating human beings like that. Like, I mean, I'm pretty like shy when I'm in there, like, but if I see somebody that did a good set or whatever, I'll go up and tell a new person, like, that's good, you keep it up or whatever. But some people might think I come off as that way because I'm not like walking up like, hey, like, fucking let me talk to a bunch of strangers. I don't like talking to strangers like most of the time. It's awkward, right? Like, so there's that. But I think too with comedy, you have to be supportive of the new people coming up. Like,
Well, it's astonishing to me how many comics don't know the name of the sound people at the comedy.
oh, I
club they're
don't know.
working
I've worked at the comic strip probably 100 times. I know Cassius's name
That's about it.
and Tabitha.
Okay, there you go.
That's it. I don't know one.
And he
of
learned my name tonight, so that's you know. sorta
No,
how-
it was the only reason I knew is because I was like, oh, he's got a podcast. Like,
you
I didn't
go.
know your name when you worked there because
Yeah.
nobody wears name tags.
Oh,
No,
man.
exactly.
I always took
Oh,
time to say
and
hello when I walked in.
Who
You did,
didn't
man.
know Pat?
Oh, Pat.
That's it.
Pat was at the strip this Tuesday.
I saw. I wanted to
He's giving me
go.
crazy eyes.
Giving you the crazy eyes.
Yeah, he's an insane person.
Wow.
I've seen
We
him.
need those though in the comedy scene to keep it fun. You know, like if we don't have that, we're screwed.
I've seen him crying as much as I've seen him not crying.
Equal
equal,
proportions in
equal amounts basically of him
That's a
just
lot.
full on crying. Crazy person.
Do you find? Oh no, I started that off weird. With with newer comics though, see like I'm pretty new to stand up.
Right.
The internet shit is I try to remove that as best as I can when I'm doing stand up, and I don't want to attach any ego towards it or sense of like entitlement.
Right.
Seeing as like, you know, maybe I do have a bigger following than other comedians and stuff, but I'd rather go through the ranks like everybody else did. And maybe that's, I don't know, a bit weird. I don't know, like
you're
maybe
in a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Where like, and we kind of talked about this earlier, where it's like, okay, well, people are going to expect you to be a great comedian because you're very funny on social media. You've got this following that they love, and so you're like, how much do I play into that? And then you could be a very successful hack comedian by you know what I mean? Like you could get people to help you write jokes based on your persona and use that to drive your career that way.
Or to laugh just because you're there. Like it seems like people with shows, their comedy shows are more just like getting the crowd together, and they're not really telling jokes. They're just like talking, and people are happy to see them, right?
Seen a lot of
yeah.
Yeah.
They're just happy to see you in person. It's easy. It's not like you're never going into a cold room, so you got to use that to your advantage. That's amazing, right? Like the amount of times where you've got to walk into shit.
For shows it's good and stuff, and we obviously, you know, having the following is helping like progress this a little faster than I think than other comedians. But when I initially thought like I want to try stand up, I definitely didn't want to announce it to everybody. I used my real name so that way when I got introduced, it wasn't like, oh, that's where I know that guy
Right.
or any of that. So I went to a room, went up, bombed.
Course.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I did because it forced me to go back to the pad and pen and figure it out. And I don't want to use like I get what you're saying with like be a hack comedian and people are writing for you and shit like that. But I don't know if I would be satisfied with that.
Right.
Yeah, it would irritate
Good.
me.
Like,
I mean,
it would
me too.
yeah.
Right.
He's
So-
got two things working in his favor. Is one, like me and him drive down to Calgary to do unpaid open mic spots,
Right.
Yeah.
unannounced, not advertised. And two, he's working his ass off. Like he's writing jokes. He's
Perfect.
hard on himself. Like there are so many comics I've seen that haven't written a joke in so long. Yeah, I guess you too. He's like,
I'm right here, bro. I'm right here.
Yeah.
I told you 12 fucking years.
You're just cashing checks off that one joke, eh?
I would, you know, I like that for you would be like a lot of open mics in the beginning with not your brand. Like, you know what I mean? You're coming in, you're practicing, you're doing 5, 7, 10 minutes and working on all sorts of stuff, figuring out your stage voice compared to your quick blip voice, because there's a difference between a 1-minute video on, you know, TikTok that's getting a bunch of views compared to a full-blown set where you're telling stories. You're like working in and out of the waves of a natural hour-long comedy show. There's generally speaking going to be stretches that are garbage. Like you're like, fuck, this sucks, get me out of here. And learning to work through all of that, and it's fun. It's a neat journey, and then once you get good, I think Charlie Murphy was a good example of kind of where you're at, where he wasn't a comedian, but he was a funny guy.
Yeah.
He was on Chappelle, he got famous, and he went around touring. And in the start, as far as I know, it was garbage. But he learned over time because he gets to go an hour every single night and he's got people helping him, and that much stage time is going to make anybody with some natural talent good.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Edmonton's also got a lot of stage time.
We do, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, it didn't for a year and a half.
Yeah,
This is true.
about that. Right when he started.
Yeah,
Right.
that was the only shitty thing is like right when I was getting involved with stand-up comedy that's when the shutdown happened. I did
Brutal.
2 open mics and then it was like boom, done.
That's like
Right.
you fell in love and then they took it away.
Yeah, man, it was like
Oh.
meeting your dream girl on a
Yeah.
fucking an arrival flight.
exactly.
Be like, all right, it was great. I got to
yeah.
catch the red eye back home.
I guess one thing, Cassius, you've been involved in comedy for how long?
I would say at least 5-6 years.
And like how long have you been performing comedy?
I've only done it like I can count on one hand how many times I've done
Yeah,
it.
because you're so new to it, but you
It's been
worked at the Strip and you saw like some of the greatest comics come through
Yeah.
and like us.
Man. I mean, listen, I had more fun with the local guys than I did with the other guys. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
honestly,
man.
but no, I mean, yeah, it was cool. You know, just seeing. It's like if I ever decide to do it, I got a lot of knowledge about it. But I think the coolest thing to see was kind of like what Kent's talking about, like the guys who come in and who are cool to everybody, cool to the servers, cool to the staff, and the guys who aren't. Like, you know, a guy like Rob Schneider, you might think would be Mr. Big Shot. He was one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And then, you know, like a dude from a local radio station or something is going to come in and he's going to be like, you are scum to me.
I know who
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
Right? You probably. I'm not even saying here. I'm just saying. But,
Right.
you know, so yeah.
I
it's-
miss
it's a
Paul
trip.
Brown.
Yeah, when he jerked off
Oh,
that
man.
dog on
when
stage.
he ripped
what?
up his pubic hair and put it on a lady's plate
Yeah.
on her chicken
Never heard of
wings.
that. I don't
Oh
know
my
nothing. Yeah.
God.
When he took his
was-
shoe off and was putting his socked foot on somebody's table and like rubbing it right beside their food.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
comedy was
Appetizing.
wild. Yeah.
He started getting awesome
Had
at
some
the end.
mushrooms
Like,
with that
I
steak.
fucking loved it. Like,
Well, he started like smoking in the club, just like not even on stage, just sitting there smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm gonna get in trouble for this, man."
Mentally, he's in the
Holy
90s. You know,
shit.
he didn't care.
He ran the show in the weirdest way because he's like, "I'll bring you up, and then you bring the next 3 people up because I'm gonna go have a smoke, and then I'll
Oh,
come
right,
back and
yeah,
host
yeah.
the rest of the show."
Do my job for a bit and then.
right, let me take, 10 times as much money as every single one of you pieces of shit is getting paid.
He got booked at a Connie gig to host the Connie Comedy Contest. Do you remember this?
Well, no, I think so, yeah.
He just yelled, he called, I can't say it on YouTube, but he called her a bad word that starts with a C that is also a vagina. He just screamed it at her for 5 minutes until she started crying to start the show. And then he brought up a comic. And all the comics were like, well, we still have to win. There's money. So this is a contest. So they're trying so hard. And she's like distraught. She's ruined. She's got roasted. Didn't want it at all. And is in
Oh.
tears.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, Edmonton comedy, everybody. This is, this is why we join. You know?
This is the Wild West.
that was at
Okay.
a steakhouse.
See, our level of class is TGI Fridays elsewhere, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Happy hour at Chili's.
Yeah, man.
And I miss
doubt.
Chili's.
Yeah, man.
No, you've been like you said, 13 years in.
No, I said 12.
Okay, but you were 13. Who's somebody you worked with that you really regretted? Like you did
Worked
like,
with?
Did you ever like quit a weekend with a comic you were working or something?
No, no. I mean, the only
Maybe who
time
was the worst? Like,
who the worst headliner?
That you've worked with, that like somebody who asked
everyone
you.
else gets the question, but I don't think you get the question.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't have anybody like that.
You're talking like a guy who wants a career in this. What are you into
No,
it?
I mean, okay, try and jog my memory. Like there was one chick that won some contest somewhere, so she was headlining around, but she wasn't ready.
Oh yeah.
And probably like 5 years in was when I was maybe like at my best comedy level. Like, listen, I've
You talk about it like you've got a terminal disease.
I've degraded since then, right? Like, I mean,
You're looking at it through a window, like you're
Right.
not, you can't, attain.
well,
it right
now
now.
I'm just
You're like-
going through the motions,
You're
right?
like Gretzky at LA, right?
Yeah, sure. But was never good before, right? So it's like, right here. And I don't know. She like messaged me and was like, "You gotta use your B material like during your sets because I can't follow you." So that was kind of weird because she told me like, "And I can help make your career." And I was like, well, "Fuck that! Like,
How exactly?
you're just garbage. Like,
Yeah.
you're not good enough to be headlining." And that happens.
Yep.
But that's not a bad thing. Most people are nice. The ones I don't like are just, you don't even talk to them. They don't give you the time of day. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. It's just like, why are you that arrogant that you think like these people aren't worth your time? Like, we're working together.
I've been kicked out of a green room because the headliner and his entourage were in there, and I'm like hosting the show, and I'm like, "What do you want me to introduce you as?" And they're like, "You need to get out." Okay, I guess.
Should have said that on stage. You need to get out, everybody. Come on up.
Yeah, I've done an entire weekend with somebody and never talked to them. Like, that's
I
awkward.
have too.
That's so
Damn.
awkward.
It is awkward.
What about staff? Because me being a staff member, people probably wouldn't have told me like what's the most annoying things that sound guys do and stuff. But like, what's something that waiters, sound people could do that comics would hate? Is there anything?
It's pretty rare, but for me, when the sound guy's trying to fuck the waitress the whole time and keeps missing cues.
Oh damn!
And he's like,
personal
"Oh."
attack. Did I do that?
No.
You were a sound guy?
Yeah, I was.
You were in everything,
I was
man.
I was dishwash, sound guy, doorman.
You carry plates. You were serving
Yeah.
too.
So does this open the door then to you wanting to get into, I guess, podcasting? Is that what you'd call yourself, almost a podcaster?
Yeah, I would
'Cause-
say podcaster. Like, I don't consider myself a comic, to be honest. But no, I mean, it kind of started interviewing comics at the Strip, and then getting to know the local dudes. Started, having them on my show, and like, yeah, basically. But
I don't
honestly,
remember ever being on your show.
No, it's coming, bro. It's coming. We're doing
Sorry,
it.
he missed that 5-year peak of yours.
I know.
He's catching you on the decline. That's why.
Listen, I've been on a lot of podcasts and none of them exist still.
Yeah, dude,
So,
people
I
come and
mean-
go like
Oh,
crazy.
great! We brought the Grim Reaper in.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been fun, fellas.
This is our last, you guys' last episode.
It's like, hey, Nick, get one of the old boys of comedy. I'm like, okay, I'll dig them up.
I gotta tell you though, like working at the club made me want to do stand up less, not more. Cause like when you think about it, when you're like the comics get some of the best experience at a club next to the audience members. The people who are not getting it is really the people working there.
Yeah.
So like I didn't associate it with fun and jokes. I associated it with working my ass off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, it didn't make me want to rush back in. It's like when you make something work, it can become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it
You know.
becomes the worst.
It can.
Like,
It can, man.
watching comedy now is devastating because before I had ever done it, I loved comedy. Like,
Yeah.
loved it. Was like that person. They're amazing. Like everything they're doing, and once that curtain gets pulled back, and you're like, this is all some bullshit. This is a ruse. Everything about this is a lie. That person that's pretending they're nice is a piece of shit. Like, and you're like, oh, you don't like it anymore. There's very few comedians that I can watch now that I'm like, oh my God. Like, and those guys are still fun as hell to watch. But, if you watch it too much, it just becomes
The
like-
magic goes away.
Yeah. And that's sad because like
Yeah.
I can never sit in a club again and be like, fucking everything about that was amazing, right? Like,
You're right. It's the Grim Reaper. That's what he brought on. He's like, comedy's not fun anymore. Don't
Well,
chase your
so
dreams. Get a real
I
job.
can feel you two vaporizing in your seats next to me. Just while
listen,
I'm
you
listening.
want to bring negativity to the show?
So how long have you been crushing dreams for? 11 years?
12.
Yeah. This is like every time I bring up something to my father and be like, hey, Dad, I think I'm all getting into stand up. Well, what the fuck does that pay, you fucking loser? Why don't you do
By the end of Convo, you're looking up careers like it's just
Yeah.
soul crushing.
It's called Indeed.com, you
Yeah.
fucking pussy.
See, the problem is he got into comedy and then he got into parkour and fell out of love with comedy with his parkour
I
career.
was in parkour before comedy, bro.
Get it right.
I've
12
been,
months, not
I've
13.
been a parkour legend for a long time.
Do you want to plug your parkour stuff?
No.
How can people find it?
That's why you're really here. Come on.
I have absolutely no idea. I had to stop posting it because my wife was like, "You post another one of those, and we're divorced." And I was like,
Didn't you hurt yourself doing it?
"Yeah, I did bad."
Yeah, I remember
that's
that
on
one.
Facebook. I like my knee
damn.
bent in half.
Oh,
downtown.
fuck yeah,
I was
man. That was
drunk,
rough.
like,
Oh. Oh,
was fun.
that was rough.
Did you
And
at
then,
least film that one?
Yeah. That
Okay,
was
there
on
you
yeah,
film
of course, he doesn't do
somewhere.
it without a
I don't
camera.
have it. It's on another girl's Facebook, so I didn't even have it like to
Oh,
post.
man.
I have to like look it up and see. It makes me laugh every time because when I hit
it makes you laugh.
of course it does.
It makes
'cause
me wince.
I'm on the ground like like drunk.
Is this what you watch to like for a good time? Like you're watching this to cheer up?
Well,
He
I
doesn't
have
watch comedy
I
anymore.
have a
Yeah, you'd
shit-
rather watch
People
this.
getting hurt is funny.
Oh,
right?
amen. Amen. Yeah.
Right?
I love me a good compilation video of like when they just stack up.
Right.
Oh,
I
man.
like the sounds, right? And so what makes me laugh is my best friend will send me like a recording of me going, oh. Like 100 times in a row from when I fucked.
It's like his ASMR. He just
Yeah,
listens to
like-
relax, like, studio headphones.
The sound effects humans make when they get
Yeah.
wrecked is awesome.
Totally.
Yeah. I watched one recently where this guy, he was like trying to jump a set of stairs on a BMX and then land and then kind of grind. I don't know the terms for BMX, but he's going to grind down a handrail, but he overshot and then got clipped up on like one of the middle pieces of the handrail and went forward and his head hit the hit the rail and was like, dong. And then somebody went and cut in like a sermon where it's like, holy, praise to be the
Woke
Lord.
the monks up.
Yeah. Anytime I see something like that, I'm always like, that person's bad at math now.
Oh,
Like,
man.
that's a learning disability.
What if they
right
got
there.
better, though? What if you hit your head hard enough that it just...
It can go the other way. I've heard
Yeah.
of people learning how to play piano. I heard a dude, he
Right,
woke up,
yeah.
he saw keys at his head, and he could play piano.
The fuck is he
Yeah, and
headbutting
other
a piano?
languages and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
languages.
Yeah, that's
So
weird,
our
especially when
brains
people.
fucked up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, mine-
You'd knock your head and you'd learn Arabic overnight.
So sick.
yeah, radicalized by a
Amazing.
concussion.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez. Man, we're getting close to the 7 o'clock. You feel like opening the lines up? Or
Yeah, absolutely. Throw the number up
You got a
there.
question?
We...
Guys, if you want to call in, the number is 780-900-6804.
We talk to people.
Yeah.
People are watching this.
Yeah, live, yeah.
This is good.
There's a couple.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I was.
We're recording this?
I've never been on a podcast that got a view.
And none of them exist anymore. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Oh, this is actually kind of funny. Diagolon, what that guy's saying in the chat there. One of my friends drunkenly made this up on a live stream, and he does all this, like, I don't know, he talks political shit, and he's quite funny with it. I find it funny, but he made this up, and he just drew a line on called this place Diagolon. And it was he says let's create a country from Alaska all the way down to Florida, and all the states and everything that are in there seem to be the only ones that are sane right now. Now they've spun this and handed out patches and whatnot with this patch or the line and the black flag on it, saying it's like an alt-right neo-Nazi group. So he's trolled his way to the top with this.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. I like called him. I was like, he's going through a bit of some bullshit with all of it right now. Like, it's the joke. the joke has went as
accidentally
fucking
became-
far as you could possibly take it.
Yeah.
But it is actually quite funny. I talked to him the other day, and I'm like, dude, I'm actually a little bit jealous that
Right.
they are talking about you in the House of Commons right now about this thing that you made up when you were drunk and stoned on a live stream. That's incredible.
That
Trolling
is
gets you to the
incredible.
top, man.
But I do kind of feel bad for him because that's like an added weird, stupid stress. You're like, I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to create some alt-right group.
Your bank account's
Like,
frozen. all
I
of a
mean, I
sudden.
was just making a stupid joke
Yeah.
that like all of a sudden now I'm like a leader of a cult. That, like,
You wake up and you're
Yeah.
Gavin McGinnis, and you're like, what happened?
Dude, he actually kind of looks like Gavin McInnes.
Oh, man, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy,
Skin
man.
color?
Yeah, man. It's quite crazy. Like what he's going through right now and how he's keeping it together is beyond me, dude.
What should people call in with? What should we be asking them? Do you figure, like, where do they get their news?
Yeah, I would say let's go with what news sources that you use, and do you feel if you're in an echo chamber of some sort?
Well, I guess I could kind of kick it off. There's this good news. It's called the Uncle Hack Podcast. And if you sign up at patreon.com/DangerCat69, you get an extra episode and early access to the episodes.
Ah, isn't that
Tremendous.
cool? Yeah. Great way to support the show.
That's it. Nice natural plug.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Just like Theo Von's hair. Natural plugs.
That natural plug. That's it. Twitter's always good, too, by the way. For news.
Twitter? Oh,
yeah,
man.
directly from the people, you know. Well, you know, I mean,
Whoa.
that's a bad soundbite, but
Hey, I get all my news from social media.
Yeah. I like to get my fucking new philosophies from Reddit.
there you go. Reddit /conspiracy, of course.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of like the Alberta Reddit thread.
Oh, man.
It makes me laugh so hard. It's just like the most
Gold.
grotesque humans trying to argue about. And so I always like throw in something wild in there just to have them go bananas. And it's like somehow, I don't know how humans think that affecting your karma on Reddit affects you in real life.
Yeah,
We got our
seriously.
first call.
Oh, we got one?
our call?
Oh shit.
Welcome to Last Call Live. I think I know who this is.
Hey, boss.
Oh,
There it is. Logar, a fan
Logar.
favorite of the show. This guy is called in numerous times.
Nice.
What's happening?
I like to say I'm a regular, most definitely.
I'm a regular,
This is
too.
This is my cheers, even though it's over the phone. But I'm liking your guys' stories about accidents and injuries.
Mm.
And yeah, I also have to say, the guy on the end, if I ever owned a company, he would be my guy for firing people.
Oh, great
Soothing voice.
technique.
Soothing voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the very soothing voice, and then at the end, the crushingness of you're fired, but we have a nice pension plan for so many months, and all that. Just like I don't know. He has a soul-crushing like voice when he wants to, you know.
Soul
We can temper it,
voice.
though.
I
Yeah.
love
It sounds
Yeah.
even better off of stage, too.
That was,
Oh, it does.
I'm
Yeah.
curious
I
to know
bet
what kind of
you-
company you would start, Logar.
Weed, some sort of weed thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him being like almost like a door-to-door salesman.
Weed just knocking around. Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Are you upset with the world? Would you like something to calm you down? Are you tired of hangovers? Here's some smokable chill out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
well, he treats his employees well. He gives them a pension plan, and then he rips their fucking hearts out by having me fire them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like honestly, man, like you would just have that, or you would, no, you can't. No, doctors have to break the news to the family about family members dying.
He could be a doctor. He
'Cause
could
I
get a doctor.
would say,
In that hood.
no, not a doctor. The doctors would use him
To
to
tell
tell
people
the
they're dying.
families that someone has just recently died.
I would love that.
'cause-
So you'd be a great orderly.
I mean, what a great job.
Yeah. Well, dude. Well, you can just come in. You can just say, "Sorry to tell you, but he's passed. My condolences. I have a coffee in the other room. It's getting cold. Sorry." And
Almost
then
as
you just
cold as
walk
your
away.
husband, ma'am.
Yeah.
Pardon me, bud.
I said almost as cold as your husband, ma'am, and then you just walk away and get your coffee as her husband's dead.
Exactly. Oh my God.
He loves
Or
it.
if you say, "Oh shit, I left my coffee on your husband."
Don't want to warm
Felt it as we wheeled him away. Leaving it on the roof of the car.
Yeah.
So Timbits sewn
Yeah.
into him.
Yeah.
Oh, the Timbits are like falling off and stuff. They were like on one of his thighs or something. I don't know where he's covered up. I don't fucking know where they eat their lunch in this imaginary hospital. Fuck, eating off dead bodies and shit. Never
This
mind.
guy's a visionary.
Is everything okay? Are you all right?
Oh yeah, Uncle Hack. I'm okay, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I think this is more towards you, my friend. I don't know. I'm going to eat sandwiches off a dead woman's tits this evening.
Excel
This is your intervention, Milton.
No. I want them to be at least Asian and alive.
You're
you know
saying
how
what?
they eat the sushi off their
Oh,
body.
yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no. I'm not into that whole like leaving a sandwich on, like, you know, in those certain movies they have the coroner and he's eating his lunch and then he'll
Some
leave
eyes
it on
wide
the
shut
dead guy's
shit.
chest and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me? Yeah, no, I'm not one of those guys.
You would know
I'm
about
more
that.
of
I think you do.
Yeah, how many do you watch those parts of the movies real slow, or you seem
Which one?
very familiar with when they're eating a sandwich off a dead body? What movie is this?
No, I think
it's like
while
comedy
they're looking
movies,
at the
dude.
dead body, they don't give a shit. They're just
Oh,
Yeah.
chilling with their
Yeah,
sandwich.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I just
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I'm like, is there a show I'm not watching where people are just eating off of dead bodies?
Oh no, Jesus Christ, no, man.
Yeah, that would get
Fuck.
off. That wouldn't make it to season 2
Yeah.
on the Food Network.
Yeah, you guys like think I'm like that I'm not all right. Like,
No.
Nick, are you all right there, bud?
No, not
You're
at all.
coming up with these things. You need the guy on the end that sounds like he's taking like a handful of Adderall or to explain a comedy to you, dude, and you're a comedian.
Oh man,
Well, he doesn't need that. And it's a bottle.
it's a whole bottle.
Whole bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good, man. It's good. Yeah, don't want to tie up phone lines, but you guys have a question or something? Have you guys come up with one? Or,
Yeah, we did.
or-
Actually, yeah, I want to know how your love life is lately.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions now.
Yeah.
My love life
Yeah.
as of late,
Yeah.
it's been put on hold.
Any particular
been
reason
fun.
why, Logar?
Well, I haven't felt like dating anyone since my fiance passed.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I regret asking now.
Yeah, now you got to eat a
No,
sandwich off of
it's
that
okay.
one, don't you?
It's okay. It's okay. It was in 2015, so there's been time. Okay.
So you're a little.
Who's the
But,
soul crusher now? I mean,
Yeah.
We need Kent to tell it to like fire somebody really.
cheer us up,
calmly.
Kent.
No, but I'm not. I fucking hate firing people. Like, so,
You hate.
We're good at it.
No, I'm not good at it at all.
Oh wow, Sean Lacomber has got a good future.
Yeah.
His employee.
Yeah, no, but my love life consists of socks and anything that's like basically hand form fitting, you know.
Yeah.
I'm firing off a lot of knuckle children.
Have you tried like? Because sometimes I'll switch up my hands and I'll try and do it like mid-act. Have you ever tried like little stunts while you're doing it?
Oh, a stunt.
Oh no! Like, have you tried double handing?
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
hand and somebody
yeah.
else's. It's great.
Oh,
Very
okay.
thoughtful to think that my dick is big enough for two
I
hands.
I was thinking the same thing.
We should start a GoFundMe.
You know.
Get this dude a fleshlight. I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, I saw a thing on like a toy that comes up on my Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know how it knows I'm not having sex.
I think it's based on search results.
It
So
must be. So it says it's the greatest blowjob you've ever gotten.
Oh, the auto blow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
one of
red.
those.
Yeah.
It looks weird, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
Man.
this is what happens when you try to Google crypto too much.
yeah, it knows what you need.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like, this guy's trading crypto and masturbating.
yeah. When your algorithm has house furniture, gardening tools, and what is Dogecoin, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Right.
we got a product for you.
Flashlights and
That's
lotions.
Yes.
why. Now it makes sense. Like, yeah. I need a new lawnmower.
Don't put your dick in that. That'll overly circumcise you.
Yes, that will take more than just a tip, or not the tip, like the foreskin.
Not if
I
it's
don't-
at the depth at 2 inches, it won't reach, bro.
You got a wizard sleeve hanging off there?
I
I got a wizard sleeve. Oh my
I'm talking
god.
about the full meal deal.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
It's not gonna reach.
Oh.
Not gonna reach the blade.
Doing the old landscaping bobbit.
You're one of those millimeter Peters, eh?
Yeah, just crushing it.
You're crushing it. Crushing it.
Oh, dude.
Okay, I'll leave you guys with a joke.
Oh, perfect.
Let's hear it.
All right. What is a Polish 69?
Do tell.
Suck your thumb while you jerk off.
That's
There we
good.
go.
That's
I
good.
like that one.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh,
I like it.
Thank you. I could hear the sarcasm. I really like the meters going off the charts, dude.
That's funny.
All right. You guys have a good one and keep on trucking.
Thanks for calling in, Logan.
Thanks. Good hearing your voice, dude. Glad you're still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as always, I'll see you next last call.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care, brother.
Joe.
What a
Take
beauty.
care.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was like I think, was he our first caller ever?
I'd like to think that he was, yeah.
I feel like he was our first caller ever.
That's loyal, man.
Yeah, and then he watches every week and usually gets. I think the last week he didn't get in. It was pretty jammed up, the lines.
Yeah.
We tried getting him in, but
Right.
I just called him from my garage and we smoked weed over the phone together.
yeah,
Give him his fix.
Yeah. Exactly.
because Logar he's not schizophrenic, is he?
I don't know. I haven't licked him. How do you find out? Is it taste?
No, it's not schizophrenia that he had. It's he has like a stutter and something else. He was telling us, and he's told us some pretty wild stories about
Oh,
himself
yeah,
too. It's
right.
like one of his buddies
He's an
passed
awesome
out,
dude.
and they
God.
shoved a condom up his ass while he's passed out in the field and left him naked to walk home.
Just the condom.
Just
to be
the condom.
sure.
Yeah, but then
Or
when
is
they
that
put
the
it up
story?
there, they used Five Guys' dicks.
There you go.
They didn't want to use their hands. That'd be weird.
Yeah. I think we are.
Jeez.
Jesus. You imagine the first fart in that thing with that hanging out of your ass,
man.
and that's how you learned something's in your ass?
Yeah, you
Oh,
just- you
God.
let it rip, and you're like, "Hey, look, I made a snake." Any balloon animals? Anybody?
So I had a magic show earlier. Like, what's going on?
I really think more magicians would have got me too.
You think so?
Yeah,
You think they are weird people?
they wear
Very-
vests.
very
they
weird.
cut people in half.
I was a magician in elementary school, and I was like the weirdest kid in existence. So yes,
Yeah.
they're very weird.
You grew out of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was a black nail fucking rock and roll kid. Man.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Back
you're
in the
like
day.
Chris Angel, like elementary.
What
freak.
influenced
Right.
that the most, though? Was it music or pop culture? Or like what sort of?
It was actually Chris Angel, like he's saying.
Oh,
really?
wow.
I was
really?
a Chris Angel freak, dude. Yeah,
Damn.
definitely. I was one of those. My parents hated me. Magic stuff was so expensive. They're like, enough with the magic kits, kid. Like, we got bills to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but no, I was.
And
the
then you
worst.
showed them how much Podbean costs.
Yeah,
And you're
exactly,
like, I
dude,
gotta
yeah.
Host a
God damn it.
podcast now.
One more Yeti Blue, and I'll make it, Mom. God damn it! Just give me time. They're still waiting.
Damn.
Holy shit, dude! That's fucking funny.
God. What about like? Cassius, you were at the comedy club for so long. Was there anybody you worked with that you just like hated?
Hated? I mean,
Or had a hard time with, I should say.
there were some people. I mean, there was comics who would like come up to me and be like, "Hey, do you have any Adderall?" And like I'd be like, "Nah." They'd be like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That stuff got annoying. But nah, I mean, you know,
You're 16 when
Yeah,
you
I know.
started working
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
You're
Right.
trying to buy Adderall.
I was like, at least let me call my older cousin or something. You know what I mean? Like, trust me. Like, I'm half black. Half the family's got drugs, but we just gotta, we gotta make a couple of calls.
But you're half black. It's not Adderall. It's the good drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got you guys covered.
Yeah, exactly. You got the good. You got the good.
Yeah, that sounds like white drug dealer.
Yeah.
That's in the white guy.
I called
drug
the
dealer
French
kit.
side.
Yeah.
You got that
okay.
white. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
okay, I see. I
Yeah,
see it.
get the white from the white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So is your mom or dad black?
Dad is black, Caribbean.
Oh.
So it's a whole different black.
nice.
It's not like American black. We're like American black
Oh,
people
you got
hate us type
good
shit.
food,
Everybody
though.
hates us. It's,
Good food.
good food, man. Let
Oh.
me tell you what, the food out there, they have like McDonald's there, but it's for like rotis and like curry
Really?
chicken and shit. Yeah.
When you
What
say
country?
yeah, that was
Barbados,
Oh, okay.
Barbados,
Oh,
and
nice.
French Canadians. So yeah, it's funny, man. It's like just the perfect mix, so that everybody sort of is questioning where you're from, and no one really accepts you. It's like I'm like, here, I'm in my home country, and they're like, nah, we don't really mess with you like that, pal. You know what I mean? They're like, you can go back to your other country.
So did your mom go down?
Whoa.
Hold on a second.
Or did your dad come up? Like, so
Hold on a second.
so a lot of
There's black
Caribbean-
people
a lot
born here too, you know.
Okay, well then you're like third generation, but
Oh, I'm generations.
oh, okay.
I'm generations removed.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
No, I didn't, because I was just like, oh, if your dad was like born in the Barbados and then
Yeah.
moved up to Quebec, and then moved,
Quebec, yeah. No, I'm not that authentic, man. We're like we're that Alberta French Canadians.
Right,
So it's, you
okay.
know,
Oh, that's called Canadian.
yeah, exactly, right? Because then like the real French people don't think we're French. You know what I mean? So
Can
it's
you
like
speak
we get
French?
that. I can speak a little bit of French. Like elementary school was all French.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys went through that, where they were like trying to force you to speak French.
I'm from small town Alberta.
Okay.
No,
Definitely
that is
not.
a
Okay.
that is a
No
hard
French
no.
immersion.
Yeah, they tried,
They tried.
but it was rejected.
Oh, really? From the school boards?
No, from us.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, from me. I ain't speaking that
from
shit.
his
literally.
parents,
Yeah.
like the parents in the small town are like, we don't teach our foreign languages around here.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
okay.
What the fuck is this?
Right.
Bonjour your ass back to school, boy, and learn English.
Back to your
Exactly.
country. This is my country. Well, go somewhere else.
All right.
That's fucking funny, dude. So, what? You're a big Kiss guy.
I'm a big Kiss guy. Yeah. I mean, those pictures haunt me. I mean, if anybody like looks up anything to do with my name, it's like 90% Kiss now. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I dig Kiss still, but yeah, when I was a kid, I was a lifer, man. I was a diehard.
Still to this day, you big Kiss guy? Oh, come on, man.
I like Kiss. I listen to them, but I mean, dude, if you're like living and breathing men in makeup at 23, I think you got a problem. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
let's be real. But I think they're a great band. You know,
So have you met all of them?
pretty much, yeah. Like a lot
And
of the
was
original
that
members.
disappointing at all?
No, you know what, man? They're the best band to meet because it's not like Motley Crue, where like they're gonna be like drunk the night before, show up hungover. Like they're good. They're good with kids. So I never had the never meet your heroes moment.
Good.
Yeah, thank God. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're actually super cool guys. I had the original guitarist of Kiss come out as a Trump supporter on my podcast.
No way.
Yeah, he was sitting there going on a rant about how he doesn't talk politics. And it's like his rock star brain must have triggered for a second. He goes, but I will say I support Donald Trump and he's the best leader we have. So he went from no politics to I
Right.
support Trump. So yeah, those guys are nuts, dude. They'll sit and chat with you.
That's cool as hell.
Cool.
That's fucking funny because I'm a massive Motley Crue fan. They're my
There you go.
favorite
I love
band.
Motley Crue as a band.
Yeah.
Surprised
And-
you like The crew.
Shocking, man.
What a turn of events here, hey? It was
Was it the Eagle shirt or the backwards hat that tipped you off that he was a crew fan?
Yeah, I thought you were. You only listen to stuff at Lilith Fair. I figured.
yeah, big Erykah Badu fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Yeah.
isn't? Fucking right.
The crew's coming here too. Their never-ending farewell tour is gonna come here.
I met Vince Neil in the back of the Tequila in Calgary. I was like 15, and my aunt parked the car, and we waited by the limo until he got out. Wow. And then his security team like pushed me out of the way, and he was just hammered with like 4 of the hottest women I've ever seen.
Wow.
Playboy model, hot. And I was just like standing there like in awe. I was like, this guy's a fucking god.
That's
and
epic.
he like walked past the security guard, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? This kid's like, and then he came up, and I had his solo album on cassette.
Wow.
Yeah. He's
Dedicated.
yeah. I had his solo album on cassette, and he's like, where the fuck did you get this?
He's like, I got more questions.
Yeah.
That's
He's like, I haven't
funny.
seen this in like at least 15 years.
Look, we
Nuts.
don't have CDs in Canada yet, bro.
Yeah. And the fact I handed him his solo album and asked him, can you sign this? And he's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Gave me a hug. I still haven't washed the shirt. That's
Epic.
yeah.
It wasn't like
Well,
the shout
and
of the devil,
it's
though.
got like Playboy bunny juice on it. too.
Hell yeah,
Like
man.
the,
Yeah, that
whatever.
fucker comes with me every place I move.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck charm.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a cool rock star to meet, though. I think like guys like him and Slash, like the crew and Guns N' Roses, probably like the most definitive rock stars. You know, like or some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metallica,
Metallica.
Oh,
is
God,
definitely
yeah.
up there.
Well, yeah, and you think like I was listening to Guns N' Roses driving home somewhere, and I was like, remember, like, so it was '92, Terminator 2 came out, I think, and that was like Guns N' Roses had like a big album, and that came out during that exact time. And I'm like, oh my god, that's like fucking 30 years ago,
Dude.
like, and they were big before that.
You're like, that's 30 years ago. I'm like, are you even 30 yet?
Yeah.
No.
I'm here like, yeah, man. I remember those days. You know.
You're not.
I remember those days. Go like
Yeah.
this and
You're
back to it.
reminiscing
But-
about before you were
But it's
around.
crazy how long they're like, how old we are. Fuck.
Speak for yourself, dude.
Every conversation just comes back to like, I'm not funny anymore and I'm about to die. Like,
Well, I mean that's true, but I'm on a quick roll down.
Is this your farewell tour?
Yeah, I mean, but nobody's listening. That's fine.
This man is a legend.
God damn it.
Legend.
We last night in bed, me and the old lady were watching old White Snake videos, and it was fucking. It was like,
wow.
in the still of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just getting jacked up. I'm like, we got to turn this off, or else I'm gonna have to go and like work out in that equipment room that I never go in.
Yeah. Nothing like winding down with some like
White
White
zombie
Snake, yeah,
right
man.
before you go
And
to
he had his
sleep.
girlfriend in the videos. I think Tawny Katan or whoever it was.
Yeah,
That girlfriend.
Yeah.
Coverdale was the man. He was the man.
Hell yeah, dude. All that old 80s hair metal
Yeah.
shit. It's so funny that we're like, dude, fucking trans, and those guys look like trannies now,
I know,
right?
right? That's what's funny about it. Like
Back
if you
in-
look back, they were like, "Look, it's for you to see." You know, we support, trans people.
Yeah.
'Cause we are.
Yeah, pretty damn close.
Maybe they were time travelers and they saw cancel culture, so they were like, the way we're gonna avoid it is to just
We're going to get ahead of the curve
yeah,
here.
we'll be the culture.
They're
that's canceling
shapeshifters.
others.
You're trying to tell me that a bunch of heroin-fueled rock stars are shapeshifters?
Dude, listen.
Oh.
There's crazier conspiracies out there. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the QAnon talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Alex
we're
who, okay? This is us now. It's our lane.
oh man.
Kiss fans in the chat too. I like shout out to Peter.
Yeah.
Gives some love to Ace Frehley there.
Oh yeah. Wasn't
Beautiful.
Yeah. Did you just? Who did you all interview from Kiss?
We did touch on that when you took.
Oh,
a Kiss.
okay, yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
I'm
want to.
like-
I don't want to bore.
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was it just Ace or like?
It was some Ace and a couple other dudes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
one really cool one that I seen where like you brought up something about a box set being sold on Gene
Oh,
Simmons'
yeah.
website, and he immediately sent an email and be like,
Yeah.
change this fucking now. I was like, dude, that guy's a gangster.
That dude is the
Jeez.
biggest gangster I've ever met, and like he was totally angling me to look terrible. He's like, okay, I'm gonna tell this kid to look it up. He's gonna be wrong, and I'm probably gonna walk away. But no, yeah, I mean that's how you have to do it though. You know, sending messages on the fly, and to see Gene Simmons using Siri, like he seemed more like my grandma than like a rocker. You know what I mean? He's saying period into the phone, like
Oh,
you know what I mean,
God.
comma.
Get a caller here.
Oh, we got another caller.
Let's go.
Hey, Mouse.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Heck!
Oh, here we go.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, this is Hooven, my cousin,
Oh,
Hey.
Hooven.
all
what's
the
up?
way from the lands of Tabor, Alberta.
Not far from Coots, boys.
Oh. Yeah, you setting up a new blockade down there or what?
Well, we don't have to quite yet. They dropped that emergency act, that chicken shit.
Ah. Yeah.
Nice, so it worked.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, boys?
It's every Canadian right now.
Fucking right.
So, Hooven, who are you recommending that we vote for in the next federal election?
Holy Christ. We got to get 4 new people in there. I don't think you got to vote for anybody, do you? Yeah, you got to vote.
Should vote.
The conservatives have gone so goddamn liberal, it's not even funny, so I don't know. You don't want to vote anyone to get into that WEF or EC or whatever that Klaus fucking Schwab dude. Fuck that guy.
All
So who do
right.
you vote for? I think, Hack, you got to put your name in the ring. I think you have to.
Well, I don't know. You got a little bit of experience of being the mayor of Tabor's County, right? County, or where are you at?
Fincastle.
The Fincastle. My apologies. The mayor of Fincastle. The county of Fincastle.
Put some respect on the
The
county.
mayor of Fincastle sounds like he's the mayor of the pool in the backyard.
Yeah, he pretty much is. It's a difficult job, you know. He's got to sit at the table and bring some big issues like what kind of fish food are we going to use in the trout pond?
You need printer ink.
Yeah.
It's a big issue.
Should we still be using purple gas in all of the truck equipment or the farm equipment? You know, these are.
What day is it the best if the grader comes down the road so it doesn't involve with the bus route and it slows the kids down by 45 seconds?
It's actually a good point.
See?
I mean, so
I vote you. I vote this guy.
Yeah. So I feel as if we are talking to the next leader of the not so free world.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be free. It'll be free. If it's me, it'll be free.
What would you run on? What would your platform be running on?
Yeah, what are your 3 biggest campaign promises?
Yeah.
Cheaper beer,
Okay,
Ooh,
I like
okay.
that.
One.
We're listening.
cigarettes. We're gonna get flavored tobacco back
Oh,
for sure.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
And fuck the emissions. Let's get oil pumping everywhere.
Oh, okay. We're listening.
The votes
We're
are
listening.
I think
And
that'll
if,
do
and
it.
if they're not in for that, then we're separating.
There's a lot of mechanics make good money deleting all those big rigs, though. So
That's a fact.
Yeah. Well, I mean that shit's still going to be there because you're getting your shit from the United States, right? And they're on a full emission, so the mechanics are still going to be fine.
Perfect.
Next question for you, Hoof. With the relations of Russia and Ukraine heating up right now, what would be your way of handling the situation on a Canadian level, not on a global level?
Well, we better just put in the emergency act and just hide. Don't go talk to them.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Jump in that fucking jet and be like Trump daddy and just go talk to Putin for fuck's sake.
Oh, you'd go have a conversation with old Uncle Putin?
Yeah, and I'll get you to film it. It'll just be like that fucking movie where they fucking James Franco talked to
The
Kim
interview
Jong-un.
or whatever. it's
Oh yeah,
called.
Kim Jong.
Yeah. Okay.
movie.
Okay. So you're not only would you
That's
be a
actually
politician?
thinking outside the box. I mean,
Exactly.
it's better than what most people are doing. I like it.
You're bringing a lot of good ideas here.
Yeah, a lot to the table.
Wow. Just don't be a pussy. We'll be fine, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Classic.
Just run on that platform. Just don't be a pussy. We'll be fine.
Yeah, just put that sign at all of the border
I
crossings
would-
into Alberta.
Yeah.
I guarantee I'd vote for that guy. Just don't be a pussy. Like,
At least be the
fucking
premier,
right.
you know,
Like,
maybe
that's the
not.
best.
Well, Trump ran on it in 2016. He got in. Like, where
Well,
did he
I
go?
know, but I think it would work in Alberta, but it wouldn't work in, you're not going to get the Ontario vote. It's already decided. Because they
we
are
just
going
gotta
to be
go,
pussies.
oh, yeah, bud. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Yeah, bud.
You might
We're
get the
good.
maritime vote.
Yes, bye.
You
Yeah.
might. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What would you do to convince Ontario to, flip to voting you rather than red?
Oh, I think that's a night of drinking whiskey, and we got to put our best thinking caps on, and we figure it out the next morning, eh? Go to our Coles notes after drinking whiskey, and what do you suggest? Like Doug Ford, for Christ's sake, got in because his brother was a crackhead. Like,
I guess smoke
how did he
crack.
get the votes?
There you go.
Yeah, smoke some crack.
It's easier than all this thinking. You can just.
Smoke crack.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy actually set himself on fire smoking crack at the LRT station downstairs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like earlier today.
Tonight?
Wow.
Earlier today, yeah. Me and Ben saw the fire trucks pull up and couldn't figure out what it was. I went downstairs. It was
That
crazy.
is-
That is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Things are
smoke your
escalating
crack
ugly,
safely.
I see.
See, crazy stuff only happens around
Okay.
him. I'm telling you.
I got
like,
photos too.
See, nobody else sees this stuff though. That's the thing. Like, this dude's an omen.
I didn't want to get close
I
because it
got
smelled
photos.
Wow.
terrible.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too close because it smelled terrible, but that was a guy on fire. Sorry, yeah, we're
Wow.
fucking doing a thing on the phone. We should probably
Don't
not
do
be looking
drugs,
at my
kids.
fucking phone. Yeah, if you're going to smoke crack, be safe.
Use a bong.
Yeah, we'll do it good, right?
Got to be smart about this. Some extracts I heard about. Pens, vape pens.
I apply my crack topically. I've got an ointment. Medicinal crack.
Interesting. I wonder what the long-term effects of that would be.
Won't be much long term after that, but
Now, how would you have handled the protesters out in Ottawa? What do you think you would have did differently?
I mean, I'd already said it. Go talk to them.
Okay.
All they just wanted someone to come talk to them, and no one would come talk to them. It's no different than down in Coots. I better not say anything.
Yeah, careful your bank account, buddy.
Well,
official.
I thought for sure that you would have, with being a fan of a certain band, you would have invited that certain band up, and I think we know. I'll let you say the band's name.
Well, I mean, all you got to do is you go down there with arms wide open. boy.
There it is. And since they had a stage already prepared, you might as well put Creed up, right? And become the greatest
Well,
leader
Greg,
ever.
Colin Ross was on the stage. I mean, you can't tell me I can't go on there with Creed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you'll get a lot of the Ontario vote with a Creed
Absolutely.
concert.
100%.
You'd get my vote.
They can come for free. They just have to vote for me.
Rhymes, too. Dude,
Yeah.
From joke
rhymes.
to reality very soon here.
Yeah.
Keep making such good points.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh man, nobody
I
thought
don't know how to
Trump
get a
could do it.
Quebec vote though. I can't speak French. The French are assholes, Lloyd.
Agreed.
Oh,
No.
very good.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber quote.
Holy
Jeez. Nothing flies under your radar.
Well, I mean, Dumb and Dumber. That's it.
Everything else, Dumb and Dumber.
I could just wake up and watch that movie every day.
That was my peak.
Uh,
94.
Kingston High School boys.
What's that?
Yeah, who
Kingston
did?
High School.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Oh fuck.
Holy shit. Hoove, do you got any last
shit.
parting a last parting statement before you leave?
Just don't be a pussy, and
Fair.
arms wide open. Keep giving her, boys. We'll get through this shit. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
right.
it.
Yeah.
With your guidance.
Hey, good. Yo.
All right.
Is he going in the only tunnel in that town?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Statue of him in it.
Thank you for calling in. It was wonderful to hear from you. Cousin Hooven.
Yeah, straight from the heartland of Tabor, Alberta, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. That place is fucking electric.
As real as it gets.
Corn's not the only thing high as an elephant's eye.
Another caller here.
Oh, another caller coming in.
Welcome to Last Call. You are
Hello,
live
my
on
brother.
air with us. Oh, what'd you hit him with?
Hello, my brother.
What's going on? I'm in the car. If I'm sounding too bad, I'll hang up and pull over. But if I sound okay to you, then I'll stay on the call.
You sound
whatever
phenomenal.
You like. Phenomenal? Well, that's good. That's what I've been told. Anyway, regular listener, I called in last week. Thank you for having the phone lines up. I know I've been hounding you about that, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm glad you're doing it, man. It's great. I love it. And we finally got what's his name there? He's the first guy I called. He's the guy I calls a lot.
Logar.
Logar? Yeah, finally got him on the line. I'm glad I got to hear him. I haven't heard him in a while. Glad he's doing okay. But anyway, how you guys doing up there in Alberta?
We're all right.
It
too
went
bad.
from like you'll die outside cold to way too hot. Other than that, we're doing great. The weather's just screwing us over.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, you put on a sweater. I mean, I was fixing the door today. I had a screen door casing on the end was kind of bent up a little bit, and I was just kind of taking it apart, straightening it out. I had a sweater on. Halfway through it, I was sweating because it was like, it's in between that weather where it's like it's too cold to just go out with a t-shirt on, but it's.
But like, are you sweating? Are you sweating a little bit because you're doing a hard job, or are you sweating like a priest at a playground? Like, what's going on there?
This is the most political podcast.
You could just be going for a brisk walk and you'd start to sweat. Like, it's just with a sweater on, though. Like,
DNN, Danger News Network.
That's stupid in between weather. I hate it. I like it to be bloody cold or bloody hot. One or the other. Make up your mind, right?
Yeah, this transitional weather. What the hell?
We all know that weather. We all know that very specific weather.
I'm glad to know some people's problems are different than mine. I wake up angry some days, being like, "Why the fuck are we going to Russia?" I just had to.
It's
the
a
breeze
screen door. I'm
I
having
didn't
a
like
difficult.
the weather when I was changing my screen door, and that's. But those are problems you can solve. So I mean, you're gonna get worked up over the Russia shit.
Yeah. That's what I get angry about. Things I can't control.
me
And this
too.
guy is over here. I think he's got it figured out.
I think his problems can be fixed with vice grips and a shower.
And
Yours
he's-
are a bit more international.
Yeah,
That's the key to happiness.
I'll have what he's having. I will.
I love this. This makes me this makes me 10 times happier knowing that somebody out there is having a good time. I'm having a difficult time figuring out what sweater I should wear. Do I wear my typical one with the zip up, a little bit of a windbreaker, but it is insulated?
These are the issues we got to discuss.
These are
So
this is groundbreaking shit.
Hold on, I got to figure out where are you calling from and how big's your dick?
Nova Scotia.
So it's huge.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. There you go. So you're swinging a trout. Gotcha.
There it is. Yeah, we figured it out. We boiled it down to the exact reason why this guy is happy. He's got a big hammer.
Yeah, he's got a big dick and it's very humid.
I guess I sound pretty happy, but I guess I'm just happy to call in. During the process of fixing the door, I wasn't too happy because
I can
we had
understand.
a bag of screws. We had a bag of screws, miscellaneous screws.
It does something to a person.
I don't think 2 or 3 of them were the same, so I had to keep switching ends to fit the drill. It was no bloody annoying, but you got the job done and got it together. So it shuts now. That's the main thing.
That's good. You got any Robinson screws in there?
That's Robinson. It has like this weird, like little, 8 millimeter screw with a slat, with like a slat through it for flat blade to screw in.
Oh yeah.
And then that came with the door, and I took them out because they were too little, and they were just, had to put some bigger screws in it. And
Yeah, man, you're swinging a trout. You're not messing around with that 8mm.
What broke the door in the first place?
His giant dick.
That's it.
Ran into it with a hard on.
Nothing really broke. Well, what happened? I think what happened was the dog leash, I think, caught on the end of it, and it kind of pulled it out just a little bit. And see, doors are like them things that just open up and close all the time. It's a door, right? So every time you open and close, there's a little more wear, and it just bends a little bit more, and finally it flares out. The casing flares out a little bit, and then you catch it with your Nike and pulls it out, and boom! So it's ripping half the door apart, and
did you just explain what a door is? Did you just do that?
Wait, does it open out or in?
No, it's like so it's like, well, I said a screen door, I think, but it's not there's a screen in it, but it's mostly just a big pane of glass door, and it's like the outside. Your outside door, right? There's the
yeah.
Oh, of course.
I know exactly what kind of door you're talking about. I do. I mean, this isn't a joke.
Yeah, this guy gets it. It's not funny. It's the door, man.
It's not funny at all. No.
No, you got 3 hinges or 2 hinges on it?
I think there might be 3 on it. I really didn't pay attention.
Hey, you're the one that
the
put
hinges,
it there.
Hinges were fine. Hinges were fine. It was
Okay,
just
good.
like it was the casing on the outside, or the big. I don't know. It was hard to explain, but I don't know. I'm not a carpenter or anything like that. But it's just.
God, you just talked
do
yourself
you
out
do?
of the job.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? Well, nothing right now. I'll probably soon look for work. But no, hold
East
on.
Coast
You're
lifestyle.
You're laughing, but hold on a minute. Hold
I'm
on.
not laughing.
I'm in. Well, you'll feel bad here in a second. I'm in university, so.
Nice.
And
When am I supposed to feel bad?
And and our university's on strike, believe it or not. So I haven't had class since middle of January.
Okay, is that Dalhousie or whatever that's?
No, God, no.
What
no,
is it? Just a small?
Acadia.
Okay.
Out in Wolfville.
And the whole staff,
by the way, before we go anywhere else, if anyone from Acadia listening, put an A in the chat. Don't lie. Just see if anyone. I bet you no one will, because no one watches this from Nova Scotia. I guarantee it, probably. But anyway.
I lived there for 5 years, so I can put an A in the chat, but I'll have to log in.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But anyway, I just go to Acadia. I'm political science, so
nice.
Anyway, I enjoy it, but I think I'm gonna. After this strike, I don't know. You guys probably haven't heard about this. I mean, locals barely hear about it because they don't report on it. But I don't know. I feel like they're trying to keep it a secret. But we haven't had class in over a month, and we've missed I think 1 or 2 midterms by now. And
Are you paying money to not learn then?
Well, basically, we're paying for nothing right now. I mean, the teachers are out walking around begging for more money. Well, this is the thing. They always want more money, more time off, more and more like dental, more things like that. And I can kind of get behind things like dental. I can kind of get behind more things like that within reason. But like they want more money. And this is the big thing. This is actually racist. I couldn't believe it. They actually want a percentage of the faculty to be Aboriginal, which I have no problem with having any Aboriginal or any other people anyone doesn't like. Basically, anyone can teach me, whether they look like me or not. It doesn't matter as long as they're good. And they just want a certain percentage of the faculty to be Aboriginal. And I just really think that's kind of racist, really. But hey, no one's going to call that out because it's all PC. Shit. Anyway,
I'm
rambling.
now. You know what? Like this is
No,
yours.
man. I want to get back to this door. I got to figure out this whole door thing.
I know. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's funny, right? Yeah, the door's more interesting than that stupid thing. Anyway.
Well,
yeah,
I'm interested.
Right.
I didn't know there was a university on strike. So, but I think I know a lot of. And I think from a standpoint where maybe you're not seeing it is, I know in say U of A, a lot of the support staff has been laid off. They had to cut budgets so much. So then what's happening is even your instructors or professors or whatever might be on strike because they're like, well, we can't handle the extra workload that's going to go into it because you don't have enough support staff in the school anymore. So there's another side to it, I think, other than they just want more time off and more money.
They don't have enough because Kent fired them all. So
yes, and I was in there like, you're fucking fired.
Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. Our door repairing guy is still in university.
Just something that that I know is happening, and so I'm not surprised. I just that sucks for you.
Yeah,
you've paid.
Well, this is the good thing. This is the good thing with having more people that have different opinions, because then you just have me talking, and then you don't have anyone else to say, "Well, consider this." And he brings up some fair points right there. And you know, I suggest, or I don't mean to say that. I encourage you, to look it up and like look at their demands. It's kind of ridiculous. They want so much more money, and there's no like. I understand where you're coming off from, but I don't think that's
money
really
too.
what they
Yeah,
want.
I mean,
more
I
money,
could be
they want
totally
more.
off base. Could be a totally different story than on this side from what I've heard. I you know, who knows, right?
Yeah.
But
I just encourage you to look at don't look at well, obviously, I don't know if you seem pretty sensible. You're on the podcast, but you can look at
that's
you can
what
look
makes
at
me
what they
sensible.
want.
Sensible by
Yeah.
affiliation.
this is what makes me a journalist. Let's be real.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I just encourage you to look at what they want, right from the source, what they want and what the university's willing to give them, and it's just they're not really asking for more support. They're asking for just more money, more time off, more of this, more of that. Oh, and by the way, we need to have more people that are Aboriginal, because I don't understand, but anyway.
I think we took their land and now we feel guilty.
I don't feel too guilty. I mean, really, it's conquest. No, it's conquest. It's conquest. All right,
You're supposed to pretend to feel guilty. That's the whole thing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. God, I gotta. Oh, wow.
We're on the internet. You're supposed to virtue signal. What are you doing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, pretend to be like,
I
vaccines work.
feel absolutely disgusted with myself that I'm on treaty whatever land.
Oh, God. That's ridiculous, right? But do you ever hear those conferences where, and I just want to tell everyone that we're on this endangered land of I won't be offensive and make fun of someone's name.
Too late.
But basically, the Cherokee, I don't know, but the Cherokee's American, but we're on the Cherokee land of the indigenous land. And it's like, I won't make fun of, say some stupid racist shit or anything, but they can't. CBC can't dig this up when I'm running for cabinet minister and say, oh, he was making fun of these guys. But it's basically, I'm just saying that it's very ridiculous that they always say, oh, we have to really appreciate and acknowledge that we're talking on a Zoom call on the indigenous land of this certain tribe. It's like, come on.
How are you going to be cabinet minister if you can't even fix a door, man? Cabinets are way harder. You got to hang those. Big dreams, right? But I fixed it. I fixed it for her. Yeah. And I'll fix Canada. Vote for me in 20.
Is this a campaign rally? Like everybody's calling?
Future leaders call in.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing, isn't it?
I was like, I literally had no idea.
What's amazing?
We have so many political future hopefuls.
The last caller was a potential prime minister. Now you are.
Absolutely.
Cabinet
This is
minister.
unbelievable. I didn't know that. I've never met anybody that was, wanting that.
Well, I don't really think there's too many people out there who know what a cabinet minister does, or know what what a cabinet minister is. Or
the cabinet minister is the guy in chess that moves diagonally.
Well, there you go, right? This guy's got it figured out.
I know.
Right?
I've read a book.
But I don't know. I big into politics, but I respectful of everyone's opinion. I'm really happy though that Nova Scotia's finally starting to go into the direction of no mandates. I think the 21st of March they're going to have no COVID mandates, so that's great. But anyway, I'm happy to call in. Any questions you want to ask me? I guess I've been kind of.
I think I've been
pretty much going on my own here, but I guess you guys.
We're loving it.
Yeah, the real pressing issue was I was wondering how the hell you were going to fix that door, and we got to the bottom of that quite early.
Yeah.
But
hey, we make clips of the show and put them up on TikTok for people to watch. Can we grab just make up a fake name or give us a handle so we can kind of let people know who you are?
Oh my goodness, that is awesome because this is how I found the show.
Really?
That's how I found the show was off these clips. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I thought you were just some farts on the TikTok making shit, and I thought it was half decent. And I thought, oh, he's Canadian. That's cool. And oh, look, he's got the Def Leppard script. Oh, freak, that's awesome. I love that. And he says some cool stuff. He says some pretty reasonable stuff. He's not a big lib all the time, or he's not one of them. Well, you know what I mean? Like everything seems like comes out of Canada is always liberal, and it's like Christ. But this guy has actually got a different opinion on shit. But I guess to answer your question, yes, you can add me. You can slice and dice this puppy up, put her on the tubes. I'm sure it'll get 5 views and probably
that was pretty
100 dislikes. But
that was really
yeah,
close
you can
to answering the question.
If you want to mention me, it's the G5 guy or something like that.
G5. Yeah, man.
Okay,
it's
G5
more than just TikTok and YouTube.
Profile picture says no bowl, like remember the old Winston No Bowl? Anyway, that's what the profile picture is. Anyway, I can DM you too if you want, whatever you want to do. Anyway, we'll gear that puppy up. Well, I'll work with you. No worries,
Awesome.
but
Well, thanks for calling in, dude.
no problem. And by the way, we gotta, everyone. I know it's a divided nation right now, but we gotta find a leader right now, right? We gotta figure out how we gotta make this country better.
We want somebody from grassroots
I don't know
who knows how to fix a door.
I don't know. I guess I got a question for you. How and this is burning in me. Like, how do we progress as a country? Like, we can't just have we just can't have a no confidence vote, because what's going to happen is everyone's going to say, yeah, let's jack this idiot, except for the NDP and Jughead there. He's going to say, no, it's just not safe. Or, well, I don't think, he's just a battering ram for the Liberals to defeat any no confidence vote. He's just an obstacle for everyone else. And I just got a question. How are we supposed to get him out of there?
You legalize dueling.
Legalize what?
Dueling.
Listen,
if
man.
people are offended or upset and they want to argue with their family over Thanksgiving, well then pistols at dawn, motherfucker. How offended are you now?
We'll get him out by voting you in. That's how we'll get him out.
Oh man, I never get to duel.
Sorry.
Pierre looks promising though. I gotta say, Pierre's pretty. I don't know how you feel about
You
him.
meant Pierre Trudeau.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
No, the good one. Pierre
I like
Trudeau.
I like the questions he asks.
There you go.
He's pretty into the money and following that. So he's at least trying to hold some people accountable, and that's cool. So.
Exactly. Very. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like him too. I think he's gonna. I think he might. I mean, I like Candace Bergen, and it's the first time ever that my own, conservative. I'm more conservative minded, but it's the first time ever I felt like I actually have some players there that I kind of like. I don't like people reminisce on the Harper days, but he wasn't much of a free speech advocate. I'll tell you that. And there's just some things he hated the Maritimes too, and he's not. I don't know. He's not like people look back on him like, oh man, do you remember how good the '90s were? Well, they look back on him like that, reminisce. But I really don't really, the only thing to reminisce about is he just wasn't, a complete Nazi. He just wasn't a complete Nazi, right? Like, if you're in a clown world and like anything looks better than what we're in right now, it's like, oh, remember him? Yeah, remember he put a gag order on the federal employees? Well,
past pandemics, when everybody was dying and going broke and whatever, that was way better than this. This last 2 years in this socialist country has been garbage run by the Nazis, where everybody's been taken care of. And,
I gotta say, I don't think we're close. I don't think we're anywhere close to being near Nazism. Now we gotta be honest here. Come on now, don't be going off the deep end.
I wasn't the one who brought up Nazis. I'm just.
What?
You were the one.
You said no. You said that we're living in a Nazi country or something like that. We're nowhere near that. I mean, I understand where I think our rights are being trampled on, and I think we're just being absolutely. I think this is one of the most lowest points I think we'll ever have in our lifetime. Hopefully, if this is the lowest point in our lifetime, that's great. I mean, it's not a good time.
I mean,
this
of
isn't
course,
a good
it
time
was
at all.
going to be a
but if-
stressful political and economic time. We're in a pandemic. Like,
Well,
shit's hitting the
we're
fan.
not in a pandemic. It's over, babe. It's over. It's like it's at a party when the sun's starting to come up. Like the party's over. Come on, man. We're not. We had the greatest hits of Whitesnake and Van Halen.
Well, hopefully,
We went through
I
the
mean, I'm
Val-
sure every single person in Canada hopes that, right? And I don't think politicians are like, let's hold on to COVID. This is so fun for so much longer, right? Like, you know, because they know they're economically fucked. So everybody knows how fucked they are. It's a terrifying situation. Any wrong move is a deck of cards that can blow up everything. And you have to understand that, though, like, no, but the amount of money that got put in, everything, like the wrong moves they made, some were right. They punched out way too much money to the wrong places sometimes because they had to. This is all really terrifying. And so, I mean, I don't know what to say other than, masks suck. Vaccines are annoying to have to get. I don't trust drug companies, but I mean, the vaccines, generally speaking, for the most part, have done some good. Like, if people are angry and people are scared and don't know who to trust, this was the whole media thing.
Yeah.
Because the media is not as trustworthy, unfortunately, as they used to be, because they're owned by big money. So we're in a shitty situation. You're absolutely right. The only way that you get out of it is by working together as human beings instead of trusting the money. And having good politicians at a smaller level would probably help. And having small businesses being like actually helped instead of going, in debt and out of business so big corporations can make a bunch of money is a problem. So that's what has to change.
Absolutely, like the Costco's, and like, oh, sorry, mom and pop.
Costco's actually one of the good
You have to close
ones.
your little store.
It is
but
actually
hey,
pretty
Costco,
good.
yeah, you can be wide open. Yeah.
No, I don't. But I mean, that was fucked up, sure. But
Well, I think politically we need to stop building doors and start building bridges.
Windows.
But I mean, you seem like a bit of a. I mean, I don't want to put anything on you or insult you. I don't want to insult you anyway. I don't want to insult anyone on the show. But like, you seem to be a bit of a sympathizer to this COVID regime. Would that be a fair statement? Like, you seem to be like you're in favor. Well, it's not great, but well.
Do you think he's on the virus's side? He's a COVID sympathizer.
No. But he seems to be like the sympathizer of like, well, I know the masks aren't great, but it seems like you're kind of saying, but it's for our own good or something. I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but I'm asking, I guess.
That COVID it was a pandemic. There's going to be some changes in our life.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Well, the pandemic's. I mean, basically, I think. I don't know what you think, but I think the pandemic is over. This puppy's cooked. Okay. Like, I mean, like it's over. It's over, right? I mean, everyone's opening up, and it took thank God, but also, what the hell? It took truckers to get this done, and that's not an insult to the truckers. Amen to those guys. I have family that were truckers, and I love big rigs too, but and truckers do an incredible job, and they never, and you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of flack. You can put this on the TikTok or not. You'll probably get banned. But like those doctors, and I'm just gonna say it. The doctors. They complain. The nurses, they complain, oh, we're working so hard. And then, oh, look at us. We're dancing around. Oh, we're dancing around. Oh, but we're the heroes. And then what were the truckers doing? They kept their head down. They worked. And they went thankless. They went thankless. Okay? I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous. When people aren't taking this shit seriously, it's not it's over, right? I mean, but God bless those truckers. Those guys are so awesome, and not just because the convoy stuff. Even before that, they put their head down. They didn't jump around and make silly videos and say, "Oh, you know, we're the heroes," and they didn't even get any coverage of them. Like media didn't cover them in early months of the pandemic. So I mean, I just thank God for them guys, and but also thank God for this pandemic to be the scam-demic, the scam part of it is over.
Hey, man, we're going to have to let you go here. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
And I hope that door is not the
longer.
only thing that you're banging tonight. So,
Yeah, thanks for calling in
Yeah,
and
thank
airing
you, man.
your grievances.
Well,
Very
It was really
entertaining.
great because I got to air it all out. I'll wake up tomorrow. I'll feel great. So
Off your chest.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, have a great
I'm gonna
evening.
listen to the rest of the show, and we'll talk to you later. Yeah. See you next week.
okay, so we got a shout out here.
Okay, Trout in Alberta with the big tip.
Yeah.
Speaking of sweaters, Trudy is going to be punted before I get my hoodie. I don't know if that means like it's delayed in shipping. If that's the case, email support@dangercatshop.com and we'll take care of that. T-Bass, Quick Nick. I sent you a DM on the gram @honky12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already got back to you, man. It's awesome. We can FaceTime and smoke weed sometime. That'll be fun.
All right, we got room for one last call, and then we'll wrap it up. Jesus Christ.
The last call.
I literally don't. I honestly don't. I do have to go pick up my son.
Oh, okay.
What can we
wrap it up at 8?
Can we plug
Actually,
some of your
let's
stuff?
do that.
Like, where can people find you?
I leave at 8, but
we'll plug your
5:30 to 7:30.
Oh, yeah, I lied, I guess. Sorry. It was 7:30, but we had a really long call, man. We learned a lot about doors.
Well, yeah.
Call him back.
No. But yeah, you're like plug your social media. Let the people know where they can find you, and then we'll take one call, one pilot short.
Everything that I have is K4 Financial, I think.
Yeah.
.ca, YouTube, TikTok.
You've got YouTube, lots of videos on like financial advice, how people should start saving, like lots of good stuff there.
Sorts of stuff.
It's something I know a lot of people like don't think about when they're young too. But like, yeah, if you want to retire, like, how much does like the Canadian pension pay you?
CPP?
Yeah.
Maximum?
Yeah.
$1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month. So if you don't have any financial plan whatsoever, that's what you're going to have to live off of.
You'll get $1,800
in
total. So
wow. A month.
Yeah, almost no matter what, you're going to get $1,800 a month from CPP OAS, and if you don't have enough CPP, you get something called GIS.
It sounds like an infection.
It's called the Guaranteed Income Supplement. It's for low-income seniors. You're over 65.
Damn.
You get like a tax-free benefit up to like $900 or $1,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
And that depends on a whole bunch of other things.
So yeah, for like everyone listening, if you want to be a 65-year-old who can't even afford enough to drink himself to death, like I mean, hit up Ken, get some advice, get some stuff, start saving some money.
Yeah,
and
legend.
That's it. And
beautiful.
Pretty much.
Cassius.
Mm-hmm.
Cassius Morris Show, Instagram. If you can't spell it, look in the description, and that's about it. It's all the same.
Yeah, man. Oh, here's our last call. We'll plug our stuff afterwards. Okay, Kent, if you got to bounce, no hard feelings, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, wonderful to see you, man.
Absolutely.
People do it all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
It was great.
There you go.
My 7-year-old son's curling, and I need to pick him up.
7.
Excuses. No,
Wow. It's a little early for the Bond spiel. Okay.
All right, you are the last caller on Last Call Live.
Take care, man. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, brother. How are you? Thanks again, Kate.
I'm good. Hey, Ak, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so my parents are Mormon, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm 15, and my parents say when I'm 16, I have to get kicked out of the house.
Oh.
So would I be able to stay at your place, or is that a big hard no?
You want to stay at my place?
Yeah, why not?
Well, does that mean that I have? Is that almost done? That's almost fucking. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah.
So hold on. Let's rewind this. Why are your parents kicking you out of the house?
if I stop going to church, they want to kick me out of the house.
For real?
Yeah.
And what's your reasoning of not wanting to go to church?
Just don't believe anymore, and it's dumb rules. Can't drink, can't do anything, or...
Oh, okay. So you just want to live life how you want to live life, and your parents are forcing you to live it a different way?
Pretty much, yeah.
And how long? Okay. Did he say Mormon?
Mormon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Mormon, yeah.
I think they're the ones with the magic underwear.
Yeah.
That's like
well,
the toughest
that's
one.
the extreme version of
yeah.
it.
So why don't you
Yeah.
pretend? Why don't you just pretend to believe and do whatever you want secretly?
It's called, first of all, I can't do anything on Sundays. I have to go to church.
Ooh.
Okay.
Second of all, if they catch me, I'm grounded. Like, once I drank a little bit, didn't even get drunk, and I was grounded for a month.
Damn.
Wow.
Holy
A
shit.
month?
They almost
So your parents are
crucified
very,
you. Yeah,
very Mormon then.
Yes.
Is this okay? Where are you out of?
I'm in Sundre, Alberta.
Oh, okay. So that's Central Alberta.
Yeah.
You're in like the Bible Belt, then, hey, brother.
Boy.
Yep, in between Red Deer and Calgary, yeah.
God damn.
Yikes.
Fuck that. Jesus.
Yeah, just north of Ballsack.
And do you have any friends willing to harbor a church runaway?
What?
Do you have any friends that their parents would gladly take in a church runaway, or is all your friends involved with the church as well?
None of them are involved in church, but I don't know if their parents would let me stay at their house.
Well, maybe that is a conversation worth having with some of your friends if your parents are on the verge of kicking you out of your own house.
But
Jesus
Hack, a spare
Christ.
room or the couch at your place? Like, where's he going to sleep?
Well, I got a dog kennel you could borrow.
Hey, why not?
Oh, this dude is down.
Oh, shit, yeah.
There's a warm spot downstairs where the homeless guy set himself on fire today.
Yeah, dude, holy shit.
Kept it warm for you.
Man,
No?
I gotta ask though, do you have a job? Are you like able to make some money and save up and run away?
Yeah.
In the summer, I'm working at a golf course right now, so...
Nice.
But
Are you able to support
Yeah.
yourself? Do I have to support you
No.
financially? That's my next question.
yeah, you'd have to support me, yeah.
Well, do you put out?
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
I missed the part where we heard how old you are, so I'll let somebody else talk for a little while.
Well, it's let's just say it's the age that pastors would enjoy, but we wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not down for the banging. I'm just down for the hanging out and living, you know?
Oh, so now I have to be your new best friend, and I have to pay for your way of life?
No.
No.
Let me live on the couch. Let me live on the couch, and that's about good.
But what's in it for Hack? You got to give an incentive.
Yeah, you're not selling me here.
You get a
'cause
retard. You get a retard.
He already got one. I co-host this podcast.
Yeah, but you go on 24/7, you know? I can just be a retard.
Well, he is Mormon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Meeting the criteria so far.
Yeah. You're checking off a few boxes here.
I gotta ask. You've like never gotten drunk before, right?
Nope.
Wow, you are missing out on.
Okay, so what is your biggest reasoning besides that you just don't want to go to church? Like, what is influencing this? Is this your friends? Is it like
rap music?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's just mainly like me not being able to do anything at all and just can't do anything fun or like that, party or...
Okay, so you just want to live a regular teenage life, what happens with the rest. Do you go to public school or do you go to a school that has a religious program as well?
I'm at public school.
There it is.
There
the
you
devil.
go.
So
you're
he
hanging
sees all
around
the
the
other
devil.
stuff happening, right?
So your buddies are having a good time and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so what's your parents' thoughts on all your friends? Do they air their opinions?
I don't have a whole lot of friends, but the one or two I do have, they just pretty much don't swear or do anything around my parents, so they're fine with them.
Oh, okay.
Sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Someone says you should get him drunk.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, we got shows. Like, I don't know. Are you like able to come out and drink at shows or?
No.
Damn it.
He's not 18.
I'll be 16 in
I know, but
what? 5 months, you know, just let me into the back room.
you're graduating this year?
No, I'm 16. I'm going to be 16 in a month I mean, 5 months.
Sweet 16.
Okay. Man. What would be the best way to see? I was a sneaky little teenager. I did everything like I didn't air it too often. Do you ever like pull the old I'm gonna sleep over at my buddy's house move? Or
Well,
is
not
that,
really, no.
well, why don't you try that out?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Well,
always like a classic
He doesn't know
teenager.
the basics because
Yeah.
Well, my
yeah.
buddy's parents don't let him drink until he's 16. So even then, I still have 5 months anyway. So
Wow.
There's never been like a weekend. Like, have you lied to your parents before?
yeah, of course, who hasn't?
Perfect.
Okay.
Good.
We're on the right steps
Just
here.
start. That's where you start. Disrespect authority.
Yeah. Okay. Now that.
Yep.
Okay. So drum up a good lie. That's what you need to do every now and then. Just don't
Yeah.
overdo it though. You can't overdo it because I don't want you in my house.
Why not? Why
gotta get
not?
that
Why
out there.
not?
Here's the thing too. Like, if you are gonna go out and get drunk or something, you need to have someone that will take care of you for probably a day. Because if you get drunk your first time and then walk in and try and act cool,
Exactly.
it's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
What about weed? How do you feel about weed? This is a horrible advice, but
I'd be open to try it, but I haven't before. No.
If you're gonna try something, I'd make it that.
Yeah, that's easy to hide and it doesn't last as long and you don't get a hangover.
Still, I don't know. I want to live my life free.
well, it sounds like you know what? I would try and like convince one of my buddies' parents to like let me just like, play the sob story. You know, oh, I'm a victim of a cult.
I would save up your money, get yourself the tiniest, smallest apartment you can, get a job, and just like change your phone number.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Get away
Good
from
idea.
It's hard when you're young though, because like I had like little spouts where I wasn't living with my parents and I wasn't an adult, and that's very difficult. So
you know what though?
Yeah.
Maybe rebelling a little harder than just like bowing to the rules might be in the cards here. You know, like because they're like, oh, we're gonna ground you for a month. What if you just left and didn't fly under their fucking totalitarian
Make them feel
regime.
powerless.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. At an early age, I was able to beat up my parents. So, yeah, if they're like, you're grounded, I'm like, fight me for
Here's
it.
a good question. Is your dad tough?
Not really, no.
Oh, well, then what are you doing out here?
Oh, man of the house.
Yeah,
Go
you
take
tell
a
him.
boxing class.
Tell him there's a
drive
new
right
big
now,
dick
so.
in town.
Yeah. Go get some wraps, get a heavy bag, train up a little bit, and then when he sends you to the room, you send him to the OR.
Yeah.
You each get your own separate rooms.
Oh, here we go. You'll get the life experience later on when you get a car. Yeah, play it cool until you get your own whip. Then you can fuck off whenever. But make sure those car keys are never in sight of your parents, or else you'll be fucked.
Yeah, but that's 5 months, you know.
Well, here's the thing,
5
too.
months is hell.
Like right now, I know you want freedom and everything. You're in school. Graduating with like a high school diploma made a difference. It's what like I got into mechanicking and stuff and started making money. Like it sucks right now and it's weird and like it's gonna feel like everyone's controlling your life. But if you can just like focus on this, finish school, become an adult, then you can go and make all the mistakes.
I like that. And
Yeah.
being 5 months at 16
That
is
advice
not,
is too good. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's too
Oh,
good.
sorry guys, sorry. Yeah.
Some funny advice.
Okay, when you go to school, fight the biggest guy you can and you get the respect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like prison.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Except for I don't get railed this time.
This time? You're
Yeah,
talking
hold on
like
a second.
He's
Yeah.
talking like he's
Ex-con
46.
over here. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about the whole church thing. I was never a fan of the church. I went to a Catholic school.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Very
Wasn't a
cultish.
fan. Yeah, it is. It's weird because it was
Very.
always like, "What are you happy about? Nothing."
Yeah. Should I
Yeah.
make something
16.
up?
I like skateboarding and smoking weed.
Yeah.
Try to meet people, though. Try to go out to the city or something and have an adventure.
The thing that
Yeah, your place, you know.
the thing that I found was really beneficial is meet people that don't look like you. Meet strangers that are very different from you in the world and learn lessons from them. Because there's a lot of things you're not going to learn from white people, like proper spice, like spicy food. You don't learn that from white people.
Nope.
Yeah.
Get your jalapeno and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you just learned sunscreen application methods from them. That's about it.
Financial advice, all that useless stuff.
Yeah.
Go meet a Jamaican, learn how to fucking jerk a chicken.
I'm telling you, man.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That's specialty right there.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend or anything like that?
Of course not. I can't even date until I'm 16.
He can't even, he can't,
really?
Yeah,
Like,
he can't
that's
drink
in
caffeine, man. He can't celebrate birthdays.
No.
Nope. Apparently, I'm not allowed caffeine or tea or anything. Even that, not allowed.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
and,
yeah. I remember.
Are you guys so orthodox that you don't do like blood transfusions and stuff too?
Well, we don't usually, but we wouldn't be against it, I don't
Oh,
think.
okay. Because, yeah, there's so many times where it's like, oh, your son's bleeding to death. It's like, no, he has to die. We can't take unpure blood. It's like, what the?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I'm happy you're not like full on Luddite then, so your family still has some things.
No.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's the worst part about not having your Sundays free is that you're gonna miss out on a lot of football. But like Super Bowl's come and gone, so just fight it while you can.
Yeah. And also, when I'm working, I can only work Saturdays, and then I can't really do anything else. You know, Sunday I gotta go to church.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think you'll make it.
How long is Mormon church?
Like a full day.
2 hours.
Oh, really?
2
I thought you
hours?
guys had like
2
multiple
hours.
things throughout the day, don't you?
Well, it was like 3 things in a day, but they changed it to 2, so now it's only 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Because yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have new life.
Yeah, I waited out 5 months, dude. You've been locked down for 2 years.
Yeah, and it feels
5
like 2
more
years,
months?
you know, but it's not that long.
No, it'll blow by. You'll get a vehicle, and then you could really go fuck around.
Oh yeah, you'll get 20 years if you kill your parents. So 5 months ain't shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we learned that with the medicine hat fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
These
Jeez.
callers are amazing.
Do your parents know that you listen to Danger Cats?
Yeah,
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh.
destroy me.
Where are you listening to this right now?
Pellafort.
What do you mean? What? Sorry?
Where are you listening to this right now?
I'm in Sundry. I'm in like Alberta.
No, like
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah,
parents?
like-
Where are you?
Oh, I'm on a computer in my room. I'm on my room in my computer.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
And your parents are home, I assume?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So you're being extra sneaky here. You feel like you're a bit of an undercover mission?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Pretty much.
The adrenaline.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't think of
Yeah.
better advice than just wait it out.
Yeah,
That's it.
that like I remember being like that age and just fucking everything sucks. But you know what? It gets way better when you get older.
Yeah, and it does
It
suck.
does.
Don't let anyone tell you it doesn't suck now, because looking back,
Oh,
it did
dude!
suck.
If
It
I had the option to be in your shoes right now, and it was like, oh man, I can't do anything but go to church on Sundays, dude, I'd be so stoked. Like, I'd be
oh,
so
yeah.
stoked.
Every time somebody calls in, you're like, I wish I was just fixing
Yeah.
a door.
Yeah.
I wish I was trapped
Can
in
I
a
have your
cult."
problems, please?
Yeah.
We'll trade.
Those problems sound great right now. God.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
bud.
stop sucking on so much dick, and you'll be a lot better. You know.
Oh.
He's
yeah.
not that Mormon.
Beautiful.
Guess who's calling your parents now?
Right, yeah.
Guess who's going to church for the next 8 years?
We're telling John
yeah.
Smith on you.
He's going to be the priest next time you go in.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, no doubt. Wouldn't that blow your mind if I was like fucking all of a sudden putting on the little robe and oh hell.
Oh yeah.
This is me now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna call up Brigham Young and let him know what you did.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. I'm going to hell, I guess.
Yeah, man. Wait, how do I know so many Mormon things?
How
do you?
I just
You're Mormon.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the good one.
I dated a girl who was her dad's side of the family was really Mormon, and it was like family dinners were awful.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with what you say?
Oh man, this is prior to Danger Cats or anything, but like
Yeah, but you
I was
still
a
were you.
tattooed asshole sitting in the corner.
How's the food? Mormon food.
Oh yeah.
Not bad. Decent potato
Not bad,
salad,
no.
I'll say
Oh,
that.
I was
Oh,
just
of
about to say
course.
it's
Yeah.
potatoes, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's
That's
Yeah.
the specialty, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
potato salad was always great. They always seem to fuck up the turkey.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
Always dry.
Yeah,
Dry.
there it is. Yeah, it's always dry. It was
Yeah.
always dry.
Yep.
He
Drove
knows.
me nuts. God. And like I would slip up and be like, what's that fucking guy's name? And then you'd see like the eyes.
Yeah.
We'd say heck every once in a while, and everyone would go crazy.
See, that's the thing. As soon as somebody does like the eyes on me or something like that, they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that." I'm like, "Okay, I'm about to take 2 more steps over that line. Here comes some more words." I know.
That's where you sit. Okay.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'd say just wait this out. It's gonna get better, but the fucking
I'd say when you get out, get yourself a T-shirt that says like "Recovered Mormon" or something.
Yeah. Take the comedic route on it.
Recovered
rather than the bitter route.
Yeah, man.
Mormon to Mormon.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate your call,
Yeah, no
dude.
problem.
And thanks for being the last caller on Last Call.
All right. Yeah. Have a good evening.
You too.
You too.
All right.
You've got shows coming up.
Yeah, I do got shows coming up. Let's see here. Me and you have one this Thursday. The Cream of the Crop. Tickets available at dangercatshop.com. We also have White Court. We're heading to White Court March 4th and 5th. We are about to add another show to that. Nick is going to be coming out.
I think I'm just on the 5th. I might be there on the 4th, too. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Nick will be out there as well.
And Ahmed.
And Ahmed, he will be there. March 12th, we're back in Calgary. And then March 20th is the next Danger Room at the Comedy Cave, where it is a safe space for dangerous ideas.
And this weekend, I'm headlining Yucks Edmonton, so stop on by. Drop my name to pay full price. The Saturday show is almost sold out, which is crazy. So I have no idea how that happened.
Tight.
Must have lowered capacity to 12.
Yeah. But thank you all for tuning in. And one last plug is we will be auctioning this bad boy right here off. The Danger Cats jerseys, there will be 2 of them, and next year, probably right before Christmas, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say like a Hanukkah surprise.
Yeah. And we'll be auctioning that off. Everybody who's been on the show has signed it. And anyways, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Last Call Live, and we will see you next week at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Like, favorite, subscribe.
Shut up, you fucking cunt.